Pretty good. How are you?
Not too bad. Just living the unemployed life.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey.
the Patreon employed. What are you doing supporting me on Patreon when you're unemployed?
It's, I don't know. The payment went through anyway, despite me locking my card.
Oh. I think you can pause your pledge instead of trying to do it through your credit card. Because there's, yeah, if you want to, like, stop your pledge, do that through Patreon and not like, through your credit card. Because if you have pledges that go through on Patreon without an actual payment method that works, then as soon as you add a proper payment method again, then it'll try to charge you for the ones that you missed.
Oh, okay.
So you want to do that through Patreon. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, well, thank you for letting me know.
No problem.
Alrighty. I'm gonna just pull this up here.
Ugh. This is my first coffee and I don't know how long. Maybe a year.
I don't like coffee, so I understand. I'll have it occasionally.
I like coffee. It's just like, I don't know. If I drink too much, it gets me jittery.
Yeah.
I'm like caffeine sensitive.
Is my mic
I
loud?
was just drinking some. Let's
Nice.
go.
Yeah,
Hey,
I know people that can drink coffee nonstop.
No,
That's-
you're right, though. You're right. It does kind of like, it gets you after a while.
That's
I need to
literally my
settle
friend. What was I
Hello.
going to say? Oh, yeah, so my sister and I watched Annihilation.
Oh, nice.
Oh, really?
What do
Yeah.
you think of it?
Did you like it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly, right?
It's got a lot of good...
It's one of those.
Yeah.
It was just a trick of the light.
The bear was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'd say that...
There's
I don't
some
know.
really awesome things and some really annoying things, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I remember
mean,
the
I
dialogue
don't know.
after the bear. That's what rubbed me the wrong way. I vaguely remember just the dialogue not fitting at all. It was just drawn out after that whole bear attack.
Well,
Yeah. Let's not let's avoid
so-
like
yeah,
spoiling
yeah,
things for
spoiling it.
people.
Yeah.
You can say things
Yeah.
like vaguely. I don't think we've said too much already, but
yeah.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say, like, you
doesn't
know,
ruin the
it does
experience.
differ. It does differ heavily from the book.
oh, I didn't even know there was a book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
my,
yeah, there was
my
a
sister
book.
says there's a book, but
No.
Hi, Adam. I have a question because
Yes,
I look at your hello from Canada, hello from Quebec, hello from Montreal, hello from
Hey.
everywhere around the world. Yeah, I look
I'm
at
also
your
in Canada.
yeah, I know.
Just not the point.
YMS the rating. That's what I looked at, and I saw you watched the first two Bourne movies recently.
Yes.
And it's curious because I genuinely like these movies a whole bunch, but I saw 5 and 6. To me, that sounds completely logical with what you would think of these movies.
Completely logical of what I would think.
Yeah, by
Well,
that
it
I mean
is,
just like
'Cause
what
that's what I did think.
yeah, the kinds of rating. It's the kind of ratings I would have expected.
Well, I
from-
mean, okay. So
ahead.
I'm doing my 2007 list.
Okay,
Bourne Ultimatum came out in 2007,
Yep.
so I figured I'd watch the first two
Mhm.
to like be if I'm going to include the third one as a list or guilty pleasure or otherwise. I
Yeah.
don't know yet because I haven't seen it since it came out.
Mhm.
Hey,
I figured I want to at least be able to talk about the first two if I did, and so yeah, the first one. I think it's solid. It was fun. It was like, and that was just after I gave up on watching American Gangster because it was too
you did not
boring.
even finish American.
I didn't.
Gangster.
No, I couldn't. It was like an hour through, and fucking nothing was happening. So I just like skipped it and
Idris
gave it a
Elba gets
5.
shot in the face, if I remember correctly.
Sorry.
Yeah, you did.
Idris
Elba
Elba does
that.
get shot in the
Idris
face.
Elba.
All right, I remember.
It
that.
doesn't. I mean, let's avoid spoilers, but
It's like a set. It's the first 20 minutes. I think.
I don't know.
oh no, what happened to my webcam?
Actually, now that you mentioned the movies that you watch, I have to ask, what the hell is Universal Soldiers?
Oh, he did. Oh,
It's
Starship Trooper ripoff or something.
A 90s movie that
no, it's
failed.
it's a ripoff of Universal Soldier. So they just added an S, and I'm pretty sure it was by what's that studio that I made a video about that rips off
The
everything?
Asylum?
The
Asylum?
Asylum, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was by them.
If anyone needs
down from Transmorphers, amazing.
Yeah.
If anyone needs a good face, you can take the screenshot from my for my frozen webcam right now.
Oh, geez.
Okay, I will go ahead and do that.
To take back.
You can like disable it on Hangout
yeah.
Start it again.
Mine's always off. No one should have to look at my face.
Well, we can hear you.
Yeah. Well, what happened is my webcam or my entire computer froze for a moment, and so I was just sitting there like, "Oh shit! Could you guys still hear me?" Or so.
I wanted to ask you about the Bourne movies because I recently rewatched the first two as well with my roommate who never watched them in the first place. And what caught me about the first movie is that movie in general is quite sad because it's the story about a man who loses is not only his identity but like completely forgot about it through just like being a mission operative and coming to the realization that his life is fucking empty without it. It's kind of sad.
You know, as cliched as the whole amnesia plot device is,
they make it work. They make it work. It's fine.
I was just about to say that. As cliched as it is like a crucial part of what the movie is.
Yeah.
And it's pretty necessary to be able to present that film in
all my
way.
life.
I thought the second one was kind of boring.
Really?
Yeah, I really like, aside from the spoiler thing that happens at the beginning, aside from that, like it's really bland. And look, Paul Greengrass and his whole shaky cam quick cut thing is not fun. So we'll see how the third one is.
I'm back.
You have a problem with some of the filmmaking regarding shaky cams. That won't change, but
as long as it's more entertaining, I think I'll be fine.
Apparently, the third one was actually such a mess post-production that the editor did such a great job that he won an Oscar for it.
Oh.
That's what I heard.
Oh, okay.
I heard that's why they gave it to Bohemian Rhapsody, but at the same time, I still don't feel like it deserves it. Just because the director quits doesn't mean that you deserve an Oscar for editing.
Wait, why did he quit again?
Sorry, he didn't quit. He got fired because it's Bryan Singer, and Fox was like, "Uh-oh, this guy's maybe a pedophile." So
maybe. I don't.
Yeah.
Was it Fox? I forget who produced it.
Yeah, it's Fox.
It was Fox.
That's not the first time I've heard him accused of that. Like I remember hearing the accusations years ago when he was making X-Men movies.
The 90s, like I think on his second movie, App Pupil, like he was accused of like filming underage boys in like this shower scene. So
yeah,
it's been a long time.
It's one of those like Harvey Weinstein scenario things where like everybody kind of knows it's happening, but just waiting until the moment where there's something that actually comes of it, I guess. But
so
did you see that they put funny games? They're putting funny games on Criterion.
Yeah, the first one, the original one. I would have liked for them to release both. You know, even if it was just like a special, maybe it will be. Maybe the US version will be on the special features. Sometimes they do that. They'll have like an entire film from the director on special features.
Special feature.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the movie again.
Yeah, Criterion has done that a few times. They'll be like, hey, this other movie from this director. Literally just on the special features.
I never owned anything from Criterion, so I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, Criterion's great. Probably the best physical media company you could buy from right now. A little pricey.
You watch Stalker on Criterion?
Stalker,
you can get them for cheaper on Amazon.
Also, they do flash sales.
That's where I got.
If you wait until they do their half off thing, then it's like, okay, good value.
Not if you live somewhere where you can't get them shipped to you, though.
Yeah. Well,
it's kind of hard.
Sorry.
Jump Stars used to be really good, but then the site went down, so that's really frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, you know what pisses me off? Like, there's with video games, they've completely removed region locking because it doesn't make sense. So like, I'm pretty sure all of the new consoles, Switch, Xbone, and PS4, don't have region locking on their discs. And
that doesn't make sense. Why don't they do it for movies?
And yeah, and yet the 4K UHD Blu-ray thing is a new thing that's come out pretty much around the same time as these new generation consoles. And yet it still has region locking. And I'm looking at the release for Suspiria, and it looks like there's a whole bunch of Region B 4K Blu-rays, but none in Region A. So I'm gonna have to buy a like fucking $400 like region-free 4K Blu-ray player, even though I already have an Xbone that can play 4K Blu-rays. If I want to watch 4K Blu-rays from a different region, and that pisses me off, but I think I'm gonna have to do it because chances are this isn't gonna be the only one. It's the first one that I've had to like seriously make that consideration for, and I just want things to work. I just want to like have something and then be done with it, and not have to buy other things to get these things to work.
No, but that's probably why they do it. They probably do that because they can make more money. They'll keep upgrading.
There's no good. It's all DRM shit. It comes out of this absurd notion that it somehow prevents piracy or something.
Yeah, but that it doesn't really work. Like in Australia, in Australia, we have like horrible like piracy
laws.
No, not really. It's actually like how many people actually do it. Like it's a very big problem here. Like Game of Thrones, every year has always been like the most pirated thing in
I heard
Australia.
that's why your laws changed.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure even like the movie Dallas Buyers Club, like the studio tried to sue like
that was Nicolas Chartier. That was a single producer. That wasn't really this. I mean, if you're talking about his studio Voltage Pictures, then like his thing. But Nicolas Chartier has done that a few times. He did that with The Hurt Locker also. He's kind of a piece of shit. Sorry.
You probably know.
He's a gigantic.
Did I hear that? Did I hear
in
that
my
James
opinion
Gunn is back on?
Sorry.
Hell yeah.
James Gunn's back on Guardians.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I heard
oh yeah, that's cool.
But he's doing Suicide Squad.
DC and Marvel at the same time.
I heard James Gunn's Suicide.
Yeah, it's a reboot.
It's a reboot. Yeah, basically.
Which is the funniest thing in the world.
I know.
Well,
it's not going to have Will Smith, but I don't know who else. I don't know who it is going to have.
I think
anybody confirmed
one look and was like, I can't work with this.
I heard Idris Elba is like possibly going to replace him. That's what
I heard. If James Gunn is directing, it's probably going to be better. It might not be good, but it's probably going to it's a very low bar.
You know that
probably going to be better.
That creepy Squarespace commercial with Idris Elba.
That was directed by Spike Jones.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah, it does make a lot of sense.
And only a few weeks before I saw that stream, I watched Being John Malkovich.
Nice.
So
lucky.
Wait, what was the point of that movie anyway? I never really saw it.
Point of what? The movie?
Or not? No, sorry. I shouldn't say what is the point of a movie. What
did it mean?
What's the plot?
John Malkovich about?
I'll give you the basic synopsis without spoiling too much of it, I guess.
I mean, it's a lot about celebrity
Identity
and like
big thing.
It's so like it's kind of like a exaggerative alternate. Like you know how Sorry to Bother You is taking place in the real world, but things happen that it's not the real world. So it's like like alternate reality almost. So like Being John Malkovich is like almost like that, where it's more grounded in the real world, but there are like fantasy things that happen that almost make it a fantasy movie, but it's still in the real world. So there's a puppeteer played by John Cusack. John Cusack. I was trying to remember his name. Not Joan Cusack.
Oh, and also John Malkovich is played by John Malkovich.
Yeah, John Malkovich plays himself. And then John Cusack gets a new job. I haven't seen this movie in a while.
Yeah,
he gets a new job. He finds like a floor on the elevators between two floors, and it's like everything's really small and short, and you have to crouch. And then he finds like a portal behind a cabinet, and the portal sucks him in, and then all of a sudden he's inside John Malkovich's head, but John Malkovich doesn't know, and so he is seeing as though he's some sort of like spirit inside of John Malkovich's head for 5 minutes, and then he gets sucked
15.
back out. And then the rest of the movie is just like, what would happen if somebody found this portal, and what would they do, and how would this affect all of these characters? And it's actually amazing.
It's actually 15 minutes, and then like as soon as you're done, you get spat out into a ditch on the New Jersey Turnpike. It's a very oddly specific movie.
Yeah, it is a very odd movie. I'm not gonna lie. So it's pretty self-aware in a sense.
Somebody mailed me this fan mail a while ago. It's the VHS collector's set of being John Malkovich. It comes with a Russian doll. a nesting doll, they call it.
What kind of thrift store?
Which is insane.
Malkovich.
It's pretty cool. It's an awesome collector's thing.
Well, out of the like three, which do you think is the best Charlie Kaufman written film? Apart from Synecdoche.
Apart from Synecdoche?
Yeah, because I knew that was going to be your answer, but apart from that, like, let's say
Eternal Sunshine, then.
Yeah, I think they're doing their 15th anniversary like this year, and they're like, I think Michel Gondry and Jim Carrey are talking about it.
What do you mean? Are they going to do something? Are we going to get a 4K Blu-ray?
I hope so.
That'd be nice.
So.
Region B only.
What did you think of Adaptation? Because that's actually my personal favorite.
I really enjoy it, but I would have to watch it again because I haven't seen it since I was like 19 or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I need to check that out.
I mean, like it's always memorable, you know. I'll always.
Yeah, when I made
that's where Chris Cooper won his Oscar.
Yeah, I made a Reddit post explaining that the Idris Elba creepy thing was from fucking from Spike Jonze.
Yeah.
And then someone is like, well, he's more than just the director of Being John Malkovich. And I'm like, oh, that's the only movie I've seen from him. And then I get fucking flooded by like, watch Adaptation right now.
Watch Her.
Yeah, watch Her.
I think Her might be his like best movie, which is weird because it's not written by Charlie Kaufman, so it's almost feel uncomfortable saying that, but I think it is.
No,
it's definitely his most popular.
It showed how talented he was.
Yeah,
by himself, and it wasn't just Charlie Kaufman.
Yeah, they kind of filled in each other's roles, so we'll never see them work with each other again because Spike Jonze can write now and Charlie Kaufman can direct now, but. Like it's really cool that they're both very proficient at both of those jobs. I'm sure they picked up a lot from each other.
If we do the math, it just means technically more good movies.
I guess so. And also like it's pretty cool because like you can I find that Her is almost like a Charlie Kaufman script in a way. Like it's a very Charlie Kaufman-esque in the way that it's written. I think that he did kind of like pick up a lot.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if after years of just like working with him and working with his scripts, he just like eventually just kind of like got the knack of his like maybe some of his aura, and ideas, and just putting it more into Spike Jonze way. But yeah, that would not be too surprising.
I think that like if you're surrounding yourself and collaborating and working with, and communicating with like talented people, then. As long as you're open to that kind of thing and you listen and you're kind of like a sponge, then you can learn a lot from others.
Then how do we get movies like Lost River? You know?
I forget what that movie is.
It's the Ryan Gosling movie, was it? The one he directed? Yeah. That's what happened.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. That was him trying to be Winding Refn, but then doing a bad job at it.
I haven't actually seen it yet.
It's not good. It's literally just him being like, I can make a Nicholas Winding Refn movie too.
But that's what happens when you can't say no to an actor. Sometimes you just got to, because otherwise you just let them do whatever they want.
What do you mean by that?
Sometimes when an actor's like had a very successful career and then they move to directing, a lot of times, like studios will just be like, "Oh, well, you've been great at acting, so we're just gonna let you do what you want in directing."
Was Lost
Kevin...
River a studio film, or was it just?
No, but I'm talking about like Kevin Costner. Like he was a successful actor for a long time. Then he did direct a couple of good movies, and then he did Waterworld. And by then they were like, "Oh, you can do what you want. You've won an Oscar for directing and picture, so we're just gonna let you do what you want."
I don't see much wrong with that. If an actor, even if an actor is like full of shit and they don't know how to direct, I don't see much wrong with the studio being like, "Hey, yeah, people know your name, so maybe people."
He brings
will see
in
it.
money. Yeah, what's the difference?
Yeah,
remember?
Like, the directorial debut by, I don't know, Jonah Hill. Even though I don't think that was like a big studio. That was like A24. So
yeah.
Remember George Clooney made movies?
Yeah, and apparently he ruined a Charlie Kaufman script, but I've never
really?
seen that one. Yeah, Charlie Kaufman wrote a script, and then he was like, "I don't like it," and then changed it a bunch, and then I haven't seen it though. But apparently it's not a very good movie, and it was written by Charlie Kaufman. But
can I hear what's so alluring about Kaufman? Because like I'm actually entirely. Like personally, I'm indifferent to a lot of the movies we're talking about, like Spotless Mind, etc. But like, I just want to hear your take.
Mind, that's what it is.
Well, like anybody that's a good fan of Kaufman, like I'd like to hear.
He's incredibly creative and purposeful. You know, like if you look at have you seen Eternal Sunshine?
Oh yeah.
Like there's nothing in the script that is like purposeless and wasteful. Like you don't get anything that doesn't need to be there. And in terms of like the ideas, I think that to have a modern screenwriter that is coming up with ideas that are not derivative, like they're not just rehashed, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make like a genre film, like it's gonna be an action movie, except this time it's a woman. Like that's it. You know, like
formula, and then we deviate from formula.
Kind of even when you have like great writing, even when you have great dialogue, like Quentin Tarantino makes original movies in his own style, but they're nothing but derivative. And whereas like Charlie Kaufman is able to do like insanely new and original things, the only thing he's derivative of is himself. Like when you see a Charlie Kaufman movie, you're like, oh, I see these similar themes, and like, oh yeah, the main character's name is symbolic for a condition he has. Like there's Charlie Kaufman isms in there, but like to have a screenwriter that is not only producing great films, but is completely original and just like their own voice, I think is super important. So he's like one of the most creative writers I can think of at all. Like he goes outside of the box, like outside of what you would consider for a film to be. Like Synecdoche, New York is like the most meta mindfuck movie ever. Like it's something that shouldn't be a movie. It should be like a book, but it was a movie.
And I think meta narratives is what, like, personally, it kind of like rubs me the wrong way. But again, like with the topics you're bringing up and like how he's original, like of course I can appreciate that. So yeah, it's good to hear that take for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like if it doesn't do it for you, that's fine. I mean, you can't force somebody to enjoy something that they don't. I just like it's to me like Eternal Sunshine is like a perfect movie in terms of like the narrative that it constructs, the way that things work in the universe, and like the original idea that it presents, and like you could have an original concept like that of like, oh yeah, what if somebody could delete memories from somebody? And they choose to forget somebody. You could have another writer tackle that same concept and not be able to get as much out of it. Whereas Charlie Kaufman looks at that concept and he's like, okay, what could these characters do? What type of scenarios could originate from that? And we see various different types of scenarios. And I'm not going to spoil it, but kind of a twist at the end where you understand that there's like plenty of different scenarios and how it would affect people's lives and what pros and cons could come out of it. And then, like the fucking ending of the movie, not going to spoil it. It's literally perfect. It's like the perfect way for that kind of story to end. And it's amazing. I love it so much.
So I finally saw Roma like a couple weeks ago.
How did you like it?
I I loved it. I loved it. I actually took your advice, Adam, and I saw it with like a good sound speaker, and I was just
good.
Like literally within like the first few minutes, I was like, "Is that an actual plane flying across?" And I was like, "Oh shit, that's the sound mixing, isn't it?"
Yeah. Lost to Bohemian Rhapsody. Whoa.
Bang.
Yeah.
The thing is, I really didn't like Queen, so I didn't really like the movie.
I mean, I love Queen, but I hated the movie.
That's like what we were talking
about. There's plenty
about.
of people that love Queen and hate the
everyone
movie.
Everyone got mad though.
That's what we were.
I saw
we
that.
were talking about that. You couldn't. It was like everybody. If you didn't like Queen, the movie had literally nothing for you.
I know,
because there was nothing there. If you don't like Queen, it's like there's nothing to manipulate you if you don't love the music.
However, I literally couldn't watch that movie because I saw the video online with like the Johnny Test whip crack, that infamous scene.
Oh god!
Editing was so bad, I literally felt sick. I was getting whiplash. I had a stomach ache. It was so disorienting.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
You mentioned Quentin Tarantino. Did you see the trailer for his new film?
Yeah.
What did you think?
It's impossible to give my thoughts on a trailer for a Quentin Tarantino film because it's like, yep, that's him.
Yeah.
Like, I'll see what the movie's like.
But do you think because it's coming out in an odd time? It's coming out like the middle of July, which is interesting.
Yeah. Like, what do you mean? When should it come out?
No, I just expected like a film like that. Yeah, well, I expected it to be like that, but like maybe just because it's got actors like Leonardo DiCaprio who actually bring a lot of the audiences and actually want to Quentin Tarantino.
It's either going to be summer or Oscar season, and it's summer, so. I mean, there's no weird time for a movie to come out except like maybe January, which is when Wes Anderson loves
January.
Yeah, Wes Anderson loves releasing his films at the beginning of the year for some reason.
I'm still waiting for Detainment to come out. Like I went and looked up the story, and I was like, "Holy shit! Like they got some balls."
But yeah, I was disappointed by it, but I won't spoil anything. I guess.
Detainment. Is that the short documentary? I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about the James Bulger killing. It's really fucked up. Like it's super fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh no! I mean the short. I saw the documentary. But yeah, again, like no spoiler, but yeah.
It's
hopefully you enjoy it.
Could you explain it to people who don't know? I don't really know.
There's a wiki page. What is it called?
It's the James Bulger murder. It happened in like the 90s.
Bulger.
Bulger. Yeah, something like that.
Bulger.
Yeah, it was
just look at that wiki page. Yeah, and this happened in Ireland, I think.
Yeah.
Irish
Scotland. Documentary.
Just read about that, and then you'll know what the short film is. Although the short film is completely it doesn't show any of the shit. It's like the interrogations after, and that's it. Because it's like the acting is great, just like terrible editing choices and really cheesy bullshit. Like it's not well directed.
In the beginning, I'm sorry, but all right, but anyway. Oh, can I say something about Skin? I really just want to like.
Oh please! Hold that, because I'm just gonna let everybody know that this is something that we will spoil because it's too funny and too bad.
Thank you. Yeah.
So we're gonna spoil it. If you don't want to hear spoilers for Skin, the short film that won the Oscar this year, then just skip forward like 5 minutes until you see me like raise my hands. I'll do that when we're done talking about Skin.
I love America.
Okay. Honestly, I don't care that if I'm getting spoiled for Skin because the ending was fucking hilarious and I didn't know.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
Is it?
It's actually really funny.
I haven't seen it, but I don't care. Just spoil it.
Wait. Okay, so the plot of this. So the trailer looked very promising. It was basically it's the type of film where you're expecting to see this like, okay, this is about white supremacists in America. There's a little boy in the white supremacist family, and then he like this is what you expect, and then he meets like black characters and then realizes that they're not so bad, and he has a conflict between his family and like, oh, what should he do? in terms of like, oh, they're teaching me to hate, but these people aren't bad at all. What should I do? That's what you're expecting. And then you watch the short film, and it's like, okay, you get the white supremacist family. They're developing it a little. Like they're clearly just teaching this kid to be this next generation Nazi kid, skinhead. And then they go to the grocery store, and there's a black man who is like buying a toy for his son, and he's like by the counter. Meanwhile, his skinhead parents are paying for shit. The mom is played by the fat girl from Bird Box. And,
is that her?
Oh, really?
And,
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, and
did she kill herself again? Spoiler.
And so the little kid's just looking at the black man who's paying for the toy. The black man's like, okay, well, this little kid is interested in the toy, so he like goes like whoosh, whoo. He's like 20 feet away or whatever, but the kid's like, haha, funny, like, you know, and enjoying this like nice little intimate interaction between this random guy and this little kid. And then the white supremacist skinhead father notices this. He's like, you fucking with my boy? And like gets all pissed off, and then like follows him outside, and then gets all of his friends who are just hanging out outside, I guess, to beat this man up. Meanwhile, like it's so over the top and cartoonish, because you see like the black man's wife and children in their car waiting for him to get back from the store. They're like, please, no, he was just buying. Like being beaten up on the. It's very cheesy. And then so cut to like the next day. The supremacist father and the little boy are just hanging out in their driveway for whatever reason in the middle of the night. And then this van full of black people shows up and kidnaps the father. Is like, we're getting revenge. And so then they take him to some random location, just like some garage, one of their garages. And I guess they knocked him out and like are keeping him knocked out. But they don't, like, this isn't a hospital. Like they don't understand. I don't know how they're doing it, but they like medically comatose him, I guess. And so like I don't know if they have like they had an IV drip or something. It doesn't really make all that much sense. But then you see the guy start tattooing, and he's like covering up his, you know, he's like tattooing over the swastikas, and you're like, okay, like he's probably gonna write something like really embarrassing on him or something. But then it turns out that he like it cuts to the news footage, and the news footage is like, this man has been missing for 3 days. It's like, oh, what? He's been unconscious for 3 days in this garage. They haven't been feeding him or anything if he's been unconscious this whole time. Like, I don't understand what they're doing. And then it turns out that they literally tattooed him completely black, eyelids, everything. Literally, like his skin is completely black, and it's just like, oh, now you have to live as a black man because we tattooed him completely black. And so then they drop him off in the middle of a street. And he's like, oh, and he looks at himself in the reflection. He's like, why? And so then he goes home in the middle of the night, and his wife is like, oh, somebody's trying to break in. It's the black people. And she like calls up her posse or whatever, who don't show up yet. And then he's like, no, it's me. I'm just like, it's so stupid. And then as soon as she realizes like, oh, this is actually my husband, then his little boy that he's been raising to be the next generation white supremacist shoots him in the back and kills him because he thinks he's a black man. and it's so cheesy and so
he clearly
stupid
sees
and so
him.
funny. Yeah. Oh my god! And he doesn't look like a black man at any point. He looks like a white man who's covered in coal, right? And like it's so like politically pandering in a way. Like I would love to see something, same subject, same agenda, I guess, but just well filmed and not stupid and not cartoonish. Yeah. You know,
if it's even hypothetically possible to tattoo someone's entire body.
It's so stupid. It's actually stupid. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, "This is gonna win. The Academy is going to vote for this one." It was so obvious that the Academy was going to vote for it.
Oh, God. I muted you. That's because I didn't want the ending spoiled because I knew it was going to be hilarious.
I
can't talk about it now.
Well, there were two things I wanted to say. Like, aside from the gimmick that they had, and I'll say gimmick.
Yeah, just be vague, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Well, okay, one thing. I'll say one thing. Second thing was just, like whatever. But okay, there's a scene where white supremacist family they're shooting. Right. That was another scene that characterizes them. Because like guns, whatever.
Yeah.
So there's a snake that the boy goes up to. This isn't really spoiler, but it adds to the narrative. He goes up to him and it's like, oh, I'm playing with this quote unquote dangerous snake. So later on, they do a callback to this and they say, why are you going after the snake? And the boy says, I knew that it was okay to go near because dangerous snakes are colored in a certain way. And I'm sitting back in my chair and I'm like, really? So you want to assess danger based off of color? That's a very progressive narrative to have in your movie, Skin. It's just so frustrating. That movie, like, it was funny, but then it just got, like, its serious message even was just outrageous. It was so frustrating.
It was literally a film designed to pander towards Academy voters to get an Oscar. Yeah, it was literally somebody was like, I know how I can get an Oscar. And probably just made a bar bet.
Like, that's what it feels like.
Yeah. Can I? Did you read this Hollywood Reporter article? Like every year they interview like anonymously like a couple of voters of the Academy to tell them like what they honestly think, and it's very revealing how much of a
it always is. I've seen a bunch of these articles.
This year was like a lot of them were like, oh, I didn't bother watching.
Of course they don't.
The Willem Dafoe movie. I'm just gonna vote for Rami because he's been everywhere, or like I'm gonna vote for like.
They don't have real opinions anyway.
Yeah, but like most of them like just said, oh, I'm just gonna vote for Glenn Close because it's her time, and luckily Olivia Colman won.
Yeah, I'm glad Olivia Colman won. Jesus Christ,
I was so happy.
Okay, cool. Are you saying the Oscars is like just like a bunch of acts? That's news to me. That's incredible.
That's amazing. I've never heard of such a thing before.
So Netflix. Netflix dropped a anthology series pretty recently. So I love Death and Robots.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I might check out an episode today.
I say all but one of the shorts is pretty good.
How many are there?
There's 18. Ranging from 5 minutes to 20 minutes. They're real short, sweet to the point.
I've only seen 2 so far. But so far, my favorite's Free Robots.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'll check it out soon.
I have seen them all, and obviously without spoiling anything regarding any of the plots, I would say it's a very varied mixed bags, which I enjoyed because it shows a lot of different style of direction and people writing as well. So I really
and even just art styles. Yeah,
I really did enjoy it.
Great. Yeah.
Well, I take offense to is you said that 3 Robots was great. I fucking hated it.
I was gonna say, it being an anthology is naturally going to be very polarizing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to say this before it goes like far back, but with that movie Skin, was it?
Oh sure.
Yeah. Instead of tattooing that guy's body, why don't they just like I don't know, drench him in iodine?
I don't know.
Yeah, like
trying not to spoil.
That stuff like
there's easier ways to do this.
Yeah. No more spoiling.
Instead of NLP.
Possible.
I would say that anthology is interesting, and I'd be interested if they decided to like maybe. They wrote season 1, so I'm like maybe they have actually for this.
So what I really want is that it's a pilot series, like a series of pilots to gauge like response for like all the different concepts. Because there's some of them that would work really good as just a standalone series, or like mini series or whole movie.
I think there's only maybe 2 that I wanted expanded just based on what they were doing. The rest I felt like deliver what they wanted in 18. But that's me.
The one called Suits I think would do really well as a series.
Suits was straight to the point, and I really enjoyed it. It's probably my top 3, but only because the execution is like laser focused on what it wants to do. But there's nothing like technically special about the story of the character. Yeah. More in the animation that it was like, oh, this is like actually really fucking cool what they're doing. But
the one I hated the most is the one titled Zima Blue. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It is fucking atrocious. The art style, like imagine the crack addicted homeless brother of the Eon Flux art style. It is so fucking ugly, and the story's just so goddamn stupid. Like I fucking hate it.
I know favoritism is
going to go the complete opposite. Zima Blue is my favorite short.
I fucking hated it. I'm sorry.
It
I know like favoritism is going to be like stigmatizing, but I'm just going to say, and again, this is my opinion, so I'm not going to spoil anything.
Yeah,
no.
But I think the writing for all of them made me want to blow my brains out. I thought the writing was terrible.
Yes, I agree.
I respect it. I respect it.
Yeah,
but the animation was good though, so that kept me going.
See, to get like to the opposite of what just sorry, I got you, Brett. Yeah, Brett, what you just said. I find it amazing. Like to me, the art style was so unique, and it was done with flash animation as well. So it's limited what they could do with it. I thought it spoke so much visually on what they were doing that they were both criticizing. I'm not gonna spoil anything about the story. It criticizes mostly like art, like the painting world and the artists as well, but also like really genuinely loves it in the same time. And I really
criticizes it to hope it gets better, kind of deal.
I thought the message, well, fucking done a million times, was was just superbly executed at the end. I loved it. Zima Blue is my favorite of that anthology. But that's great. That means the anthology works. They have like so much varying.
There's something for everyone.
Everyone will get something out of like the series. It's great.
Yeah, I want to see an anthology movie, but it's all the same director.
Good fucking luck. That's what I gotta say.
Honestly, I thought at first that Love, Death, and Robots was like all done by Fincher because the way they advertised it. But as soon as I looked, I was like,
I didn't know Fincher had anything to do with it.
Yeah, like David Fincher.
Yeah,
I can't believe David Fincher produced a show where people can watch it on their fucking phones.
Yeah.
The easiest comparison that can be made is the Animatrix, if you've seen that anthology.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's very easy to compare to that, given that both deal with dark sci-fi themes for the most part. There's some that are different.
Yeah, I like the Animatrix.
Yeah.
But for the most part, all of them are very well animated and well done.
Yeah.
Rolling Stone hates it. Rolling Stone fucking hates the anthology as a whole.
I was gonna say, thinking of it in anthologies, I was thinking of my favorite episode of Black Mirror, which was what was it, Metalhead.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was visually striking, very different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck.
Even in color, it would have been pretty great. But
when's the new season?
Yeah, when are we getting the new season?
They'll probably just announce it like the day before it comes out.
Unpopular opinion: I enjoy Big Mouth and look forward to the third season. I understand why people don't like it, though.
It doesn't look like it's for me.
You know, I've never seen.
I haven't given it much of a chance.
I've never seen like Big Mouth, but
the art style's off-putting right off the bat, and if you don't like crude, basic humor, you're not going to get much out of it.
Yeah.
If you enjoy that kind of shit, you can get a cheap laugh. You'll love it.
I mean, I remember seeing like the first few episodes like way back when, and I just remember thinking, "This is all right. This is fine."
It's nice background noise. I watch it like in the field and shit. It's good to kill time with.
Yeah.
I'm really
popular.
I watched Fury yesterday. 2014 Brad Pitt.
Oh,
World War II.
David Ayer.
Yeah.
I can respect one thing about it is they used a real tiger, but like the scene with the tiger is pretty retarded when you if you know anything about armored combat.
Yeah, it's
which you especially do.
I do know a bit about it. So like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna go this route.
It's like the tiger started like moving forward to like meet the Shermans and shit, even though it already took out half of them. I'm like, that's retarded. You have a bigger gun, a concealed position, and more range on them. Why are you doing this?
Only that,
pointlessly endangering yourself.
Don't expose the part where your tiger doesn't have like good armor protection. Like the fucking tiger is good.
Why did you not kill the most dangerous Sherman first?
All right. Yeah. We need an anthology movie with 4 short films. One by Neil Breen, one by Derek Savage, one by Tommy Wiseau, and one by James Wynn.
Ooh, that would be
Neil Breen.
That would be beautiful.
That would be the most epic anthology movie of all time.
I finally went back and watched the Best of the Worst that Red Letter Media had, and poor Rich Evans, like. You watch 4 men just have a mental breakdown in front of your eyes. They got brought to tears by Double Down. like Max Landis was actually crying.
Sorry, what are you talking about?
Yes,
the Red Letter Media.
Double Down, Neil Breen.
Double Down.
I saw that.
We need the suburban Sasquatch guy to.
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh god!
And we also need the guy who did the vampire. Was it the Vampire Diary? No, what was it? The fucking
Kids of a Vampire. Kids of a Vampire. Kids of a Vampire. Nick Cage.
No.
Vampire.
The last vampire on Earth.
Come on, okay.
No, it is the last vampire on Earth. Is what you're
the last vampire on Earth. Thank you. That's the one. We need that guy.
It's hilariously bad.
Oh god.
What was the
Dave Waskovich? That's his name.
Waskovich.
That's the guy who directed Suburban Sasquatch. The guy who directed.
I just opened up my Blu-ray for Blade Runner 2049. I'm like, what the fuck's the point of making the DVD and the Blu-ray like have different colors on them?
So you can differentiate them immediately by looking at it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
And not having to read your small labels that says DVD or Blu-ray. You just look. The white one's the DVD. I don't know. Is the white one the DVD? I would
separate based off of color. You find the dangerous one based off of color.
Yeah, the dangerous one based off color. The DVD is more dangerous.
There we go.
Tattoo your DVD.
Yikes!
Oh boy.
Demonetized.
Oh, do you monetize these hangouts, Adam, on YouTube?
Probably not.
After they're done.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Once they're not live, yeah. Excuse me. It's not like it matters though.
So much money from this, Adam.
And I've begun the process of tattooing my entire back with Ragnarok. Oh. And you want to see it, or we're gonna have me keep the shirt on?
Well, it's not Twitch, so I guess it's fine.
Does it like topless men?
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
Wait, do it again.
Yeah.
Camera on now.
Adam's got to do full screen on that.
Yeah. Nice.
Twitch's TOS gets worse and worse.
Yeah, it's
epic.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's
first they banned furry porn, then they banned copyrighted music.
Yeah. So
then they'll ban
it felt like I was being burned for the entire time above the waist on the Viking dude. It really fucking hurt. So I'm just like shooting scotch the whole time and like going out just railing a cigarette in like a minute, coming back in, being like, okay, Jerry, let's keep going.
Yeah. I don't have any tattoos. I don't have any piercings. I've never dyed my hair. But if they ever find out a way to replace feet with hooves, I'll get that surgery.
Get on it, scientists.
Yeah.
I did not
get on it, Elon Musk.
Yeah, cat girl.
I did not actually think we were going.
We gotta make Adam's face longer.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say I have no tattoos. I have no piercings, and I'm still gay. And I was like, okay, all right.
And again, I guess
Adam here for cancer. You should be giving Adam a horse dick.
But I already have one.
Oh. Then again, I guess
the
true transformation comes from like a solo cup with a rubber band around it. And
Yeah, we shouldn't talk about my penis on this hangout. I'm pretty sure there's some underage people.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Underage people that are watching your videos even though you tell them they shouldn't.
Wow.
No regrets.
Wait,
Gotta sing the kids, Adam.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of which, while my webcam was down, I had a funny thought. Like, hey, what if I pulled up Face Rig and pulled up a furry and just said no regrets?
Fuck it.
I thought you were gonna say one of my camera I reactivated. There was my dick.
Oh no!
Oh no! That would just shut down immediately.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would have also been ejected from.
Let's bring up chat roulette again, guys.
So I've been playing Space Station 13 a lot lately, and it's funny when you work in robotics, people assume you know surgery, so they come to you. They're like, "I need you to remove my appendix," and I'm like, "I know how to remove brains, so I remove the brain."
I know how to remove your brain via shotgun.
I did that once.
Has anyone played that new like Ninja Dark Souls thing?
Sekiro?
Yeah.
No, it's
I've heard
been on my radar.
decent things about it. apparently a lot of people are watching streams of it. So
yeah, there's people doing it.
I think Donkey just released a video on it. I didn't get to see it yet though.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Any video game released from Software will usually attract attention and people.
Where's my Armored Core from?
Is it from?
Yeah,
I don't think it is from. Is it?
Yeah, it is from Software. It's from Activision, but it's from Software.
Okay.
That was the weirdest thing last year. At E3, 3 different fucking companies announced Samurai games.
Yeah.
It was a bizarre coincidence.
There's a lot of weird things that happen like that.
Corporate
everybody decides to have the same idea at the same time.
Like Infamous and Prototype.
Maybe they have like board meetings and they're like, so we're releasing the Samurai game. Maybe you guys could like do that and fill the other, just oversaturate the market.
Yeah.
You know?
Or like the Prestige and Illusionist came out at the same year, and
there's a game we looked at. It's popular, upcoming on Steam. It's coming out on the 27th. It's called Onward, and the whole concept behind it is you're not special in any way. You're just some dude, and you have to like survive like different temperatures and all sorts of stuff. But it's all about the transformation of a normal person moving to like you get good and you become a hero and shit. And it's an RPG
like in a survival crafting video game. Okay,
that reminds me of this game.
What do you guys think of The Last of Us?
I love it.
Good.
I haven't personally played it purely because I feel it gets a little overrated. But you
haven't played it because you feel it's overrated.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
How would you know it's overrated if you haven't played it?
Exactly. That's why I was saying it that way.
Big mouth, not playing Last of Us.
Yeah, I'm watching a shitty Netflix series.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I've played like Uncharted, like 1 through 3, and I just find that they're not really for me. I still enjoyed it, but
no, maybe I'll play it. It'll be the best shit ever.
Mainly because I played The Last of Us first, and I just adored that. So
they're going for very different things. Like the Uncharted series is like cheesy Indiana Jones, and it knows what it is. Whereas Uncharted is going for like a more serious cinematic approach. Uncharted 2 and 3 I think are great. The third one's my favorite.
Does that can't say
easily, yeah. Me too.
Yeah, a lot of people the second one's their favorite, but I still think the third one's the best.
Well,
I'm usually too busy playing multiplayer usually.
Yeah.
So,
it depends what you're going for in a game.
I'm usually too busy playing Tetris 99.
Fuck.
Like, I'm not kidding. I'm level 60 in that game. Like, I've been playing it for like 45 hours in total. Like, help me.
I went pretty hard on Apex when it came out because I was like, oh shit, Respawn made another game?
I played it for a day. It was kind of fun. I did pretty good. I like consistently got in third place. Yeah, but I just like not my thing.
Yeah, battle royales are hit or miss. It's better than a lot out there, but it's still a battle royale.
You know, my friend and I, we played this Rings of Elysium game, and
that's all right.
Yeah, what was funny though was when you had to like make your nickname. What I thought it meant was make your character's nickname, and so I named the character Animu Girl 3000. Spelt like this.
I remember we'd log into like free to play MMOs and we just try to have the most offensive names possible and see how quickly we could get banned. So like we had Penis Alata and shit as our name.
I love just like having like content word filters like in Red Dead 2 and then just getting around it. Like I'm gonna spell cock CAWK.
So
idiots.
I have a team on Blood Bowl 2 that's necromantic and it's called 13 Werewolf Cocks, but it's COX.
Well,
I just think it's stupid that they would have word filters on mature rated games anyway. Like if the characters in the game are saying the N-word, then what the fuck?
Right, like, it's like you have the actual KKK in your game. Yeah. Why are you?
The characters in the game are already saying the N-word. Why would you have a content filter like
anything
that?
online?
Blast off
Yeah,
I've heard that
the children are playing. That's
you know. I did.
ASRB already doesn't rate online interactions and has a warning at the beginning.
Exactly.
So, it's covered.
Has anybody ever seen the movie Necromantic? I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't.
It's on my watch
I have
list.
never heard of this. What is it?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's here's the synopsis. It's from 1987. A street sweeper who cleans up after grisly accidents brings home a full corpse for him and his wife to enjoy sexually, but is dismayed to see that his wife prefers the corpse over him.
What? That's a good plot.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah.
It was a cinema snap
This
review
is
of it. I
fan
saw
fiction,
that.
right? This is an actual movie.
I don't know what
A German movie, I guess. I haven't seen it
Oh,
yet.
German. Are we surprised now?
I don't know what's worse, the fact that this movie exists or there's a sequel to it.
Oh
There's a
yeah,
sequel?
like they have like limited edition Blu-rays, and I just haven't seen it yet.
How do you have a sequel to this movie? There's not much further you could go.
Germany, man.
I was gonna say because
Okay.
Hold my beer. World War One, World War Two. You see, they always.
Damn.
I was gonna say,
Always fucking up, Germany.
I was gonna say something about the swear filters. I posted the game's link into this chat here. But the game called Kenshi, you can choose this swear. We'll have swears in the game, but there's a little tool and tip that just says, in case if you don't like hearing cuss words in your path, just it's like, wow.
Yeah, you should like if you're trying to protect people from language, you should have them be given the option to filter it on their end.
Why
I have heard though.
7-year-olds.
A fascinating use of that.
Mature rated game.
I don't know for sure because I don't play Overwatch, but allegedly, if you type GG Easy, it gets automatically replaced with "It's past my bedtime. Don't tell my mommy."
In Red Dead 2, the Rockstar profanity filter will not let you name your horse Sarah Jessica Parker. Not even kidding. Not even kidding. That's a real thing. That's a
My
real
favorite
thing.
word filter in gaming is from
That
Spider-Man
means
1
they
on
anticipated it.
the PlayStation 1,
Oh,
where whenever
yeah.
you typed a bad word into the cheat code, Spider-Man would come down and punch it and it would
Slap
turn
it.
into like
You know,
cupcake or something.
I recently found out about that. I was emulating it because I was like, man, I haven't played this game in a while. So I got it, and I was like, I wanted to name my profile like I don't know, Johnny Dick and Ass or something like that.
Something dumb, yeah.
Spider-Man didn't like it.
He disapproved.
Yeah, I like to imagine Spider-Man just comes up, looks at it for a second, like,
Hey,
That's no good.
that's not cool.
So, Adam, are you
Oh,
going to
God,
watch
did you
the
see the
Sonic
fucking
live action
Sonic
in
trailer?
theaters? Yeah, are you going to watch that in theaters?
Wait,
What,
there's
am
a
I gonna watch what in
trailer?
theaters?
Sonic
Sonic.
movie?
Can you
Sonic the
say-
Hedgehog.
Oh,
Like, is it
you
officially?
Made-
want to see that?
be
Jim Carrey.
Yes.
When did the trailer drop? Was that
Just
recent?
saying it visibly hurt Adam.
there movies like that. It's like if a friend really wants to see it, then I guess I have my excuse.
Everybody tweet Scoot.
But I'm
tell
not
him
going to
watch
be
it.
the guy. I'm not going to be the guy that asks if other people want to see it.
Okay, everybody
You know?
tweet Scoot. Make Scoot. Make Adam watch Sonic.
Gael wants to watch Dumbo for some reason. So I guess I'm seeing Dumbo.
It has Tim Burton's name attached to it, meaning people are going to watch it.
I
Not
thought
really.
that Detective Pikachu looked fucking creepy.
I
And
would
then
rather see
saw
Sonic than that.
Sonic, and I was like, wow, that is ghastly. I want to die.
Yeah, both of those were animated in Vancouver, actually.
So, are you gonna watch? You gonna watch the live action Lion King and watch Mufasa get it a second time?
I have to.
I want.
Initial incident, yeah.
I'm upset.
on it.
Apparently, there's some sources saying that they put the "Be Prepared" song back in because people were mad.
Because it's one of the best villain songs.
But why did they recast? Like, why would they? I was interested in the casting. Like, why they keep like, let's say James Earl Jones, but not like Jeremy Irons.
Because
So
Jeremy
my
Irons
question
is
is-
white.
It's all CG anyway. Why not just use the original voice track and clean it up?
I don't even want to hear about this movie called live action.
It's upsetting. It's upsetting. It's very upsetting film.
Live action, very loosely used here.
Film
John
application.
Oliver as Zazu is pissing me off.
Oh,
Seth
God.
Rogen as Pumbaa is pissing me off.
But they're also white.
Beyonce being in the movie at all is pissing me off.
Hey, Eric Andre's
That's cool. Fine, I
Eric
guess.
Andre,
What is he? Is he Rafiki or is he one of the hyenas? I forget.
He's one of the hyenas.
Okay.
Oh, he should have been Rafiki. It would have been hilarious.
I hope he destroys the set.
Yeah, I hope that he screams in the movie and screams like he does on his show.
Just destroys it.
He's got the best scream. Like that's why he should be a voice actor for sure.
So,
yeah, like every time he screams, it's amazing. He's got the best scream.
Have we seen
so good?
Benedict Cumberbatch's mocap scenes for Smo?
What is that again? Smo? I don't know what that is.
It's the dragon in The Hobbit.
Oh.
And it is hysterical.
Wait, are they redoing The Hobbit?
No, so it's already redone.
Oh, okay.
It's the motion
yeah,
capture
he played. I forgot he played.
Yeah,
I forget so much about those movies.
So it's the mocap for him, and he's crawling around, like saying all this dramatic stuff, and you're like, wah, wah, like just going nuts.
Oh, he's the dragon. That's right.
Yeah, he's
right.
the dragon. He's just like,
I think that every movie that's filmed in front of a green screen should release a cut of the film without the effects. Like, I want to see that as a special feature. I want to see an entire Hobbit movie without any of the effects. I want them to release. That would be really fun. That would sell the Blu-ray for me. I would buy the Blu-ray of the Hobbit if they had the entire movie without any effects.
Can you imagine like Star Wars Episode 3 without the special effects?
Blue screen.
They should do that.
Star Wars, the new Star Wars 4 without the CG effects. You know, they would make millions.
Well, no, it would be funny with like
green screen effects out of a Star Wars prequel. You have no movie.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole movie.
You have a better movie.
Let's
actually yes.
Because there's no movie exactly.
No, but it would probably make it better because like a lot of the actors in the prequels talked about how like it was hard to act when everything else was green and blue screen. Because maybe it might have made it a bit better.
Yeah, it's really that's one of the biggest problems with filming your movie that way is like the acting. You if you don't have anything to
Tron without the
world.
green screen effects.
Yeah, it's really funny. You see certain movies like I forget which one it was, but you see like the behind the scenes footage and like to replace certain characters, you'll have like a guy in a green suit with like googly eyes on his hand, like moving around, so that the actors know where to look and stuff. Like it's
like a tennis ball. Sometimes they have that.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. I would love to see an entire cut of a movie like that.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
You watch Ready Player One without any of the CG. It's just it's just a bunch of kids running around a scrapeyard.
Yeah.
Right.
Someone's asking what I think of Jordan Peele's Us. Well, I'm not going to spoil it, but I have mixed feelings on it. It's overall positive, but like the biggest problem is that like outside of all of the clever reincorporation and symbolism, outside of all of that, it's just not like a really entertaining movie. It's like the same deal with The Strangers. Like it's not like I can't be scared by just watching people run around and being chased by things and not feel any tension.
Well, Adam, I'll let you know that the scariest thing for an American is to run. So that's
I can 100% confirm that. We're even terrified of running in the army.
But the fact that the movie doesn't scare you, is that always a bad thing?
Well, it depends what its goals are, and it depends what else it's doing. If there's like 20 minutes of the movie where that's all it's trying to do, then that 20 minutes is going to be really fucking boring for me, and that's pretty much what happened in Us. And again, positive rating overall. Like, there's a lot to appreciate about it. Lupita Nyong'o does like an amazing job. I love her so much.
Can I just say real quick, like Jordan Peele is doing a Lorina Bobbitt biopic.
Oh,
what?
Who's that?
The fucking crazy chick that cut her husband's dick off.
Oh, what? Why would he?
What?
Yeah, and he depicts her as the victim.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
Don't do that, Jordan Peele. Don't do that. This is gonna be like the fucking hosts from The View.
So,
give me like a news article on this situation because this is the first time I'm
just Google Lorena Bobbitt or like woman cuts man's dick off.
Nah, I heard about that, and I saw
it was a big
clips of
controversy.
The fucking. Yeah,
it was a big controversy at the time.
Amazing Atheist video about it, and I was like, "Oh no, why?"
So,
because there's sort of a historical revision of it, and like a lot of people are now saying that she's like the victim, even though not sort of like no, shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
That he was,
like
like,
just fucking
and raped her, but...
if you gender swap it and it's not okay, that means it's not okay in the first place.
Yeah, right.
You know, you can't just have a guy cut his girlfriend's tits off because he was feeling oppressed. You know?
Oh yeah, like the 4th episode of Mindhunter, that was a thing.
Yeah.
So there's a movie that I started watching. I yet to finish it, mostly because I've been watching it at work. And it's called The Drug King, and it's about like it's like the 80s, and it's like when amphetamines got really popular in like Korea and stuff.
Oh, King of Candy.
No, it's called The Drug King.
King Candy.
King
By
Candy.
Ralph Pepe.
Yeah.
Did you see the Gotti video? That was good.
Yeah.
What video?
Ralph reviewed Gotti.
Yeah, I heard
I'm
the
sorry,
IMAX soundtrack in it, and I left a comment.
I should
didn't
go
want to cut you
watch
off there. Sorry.
I've been busy marathoning Search for the Worst.
Every time.
With Ralph the movie maker, I thought Justice League was supposed to be his last video.
Yeah, well, he's a liar. He lies.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
He revealed at the end of the Justice League review anyway that it was all like an act, and it was just like, he was just slowing down his content. I think that's what I got from it. I was like, oh, he's just taking more time now. It's fine, whatever.
I'd rather somebody take more time for quality content. You know.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting who Jordan Peele is every time, and then I remember I remember he was in Fargo.
Who? Sorry?
Get Out.
He was in
Jordan
the Fargo
the TV show?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he gets
he wasn't in Fargo. I haven't seen the TV show.
Yeah.
It's great.
Great.
That's what I hear.
Right back.
He and Peele were like FBI agents in it.
I also got a P, BRB.
Okay.
It's all that coffee, dude. Jeez.
Okay, so to make this extra awkward, none of us speaks until he comes back, all right?
Get real close to your cameras.
No, wait, even better. Guys, wait, even better.
Yeah?
None of us speaks. I'm going to quickly launch Face Rig.
Oh, let's go.
If it'll launch fast enough, that is.
Yeah.
You're such a jokester.
We don't know how quick it takes Adam to pee. Time it. Get a stopwatch.
We'll see. I'll try to make it as deadpan as possible.
All right. We're counting on you.
All right. Face Rig, hurry up.
I don't even know what that is, but what?
It lets
really
you
creepy thing where
it's ghetto mocap.
Oh no, he's back.
No.
Too late.
Hi, Adam.
Adam's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Dad's back.
Let me post a link to an interesting Twitter thread.
Uh-oh.
That's... What?
This was about Ralph being a liar.
oh, this is
that's a red. Oh,
this
that's
is
a Reddit
Reddit.
post of a Twitter thread.
Night.
Shit, we have a Reddit.
Yeah. Okay.
We did it, boys.
We did it, Reddit.
We did it.
You told me Madagascar 2 is a bad movie.
Adam, I wanted to thank you personally for the Old Boy review you made, because you gave me a great fucking notification tone for when my dad texts me and it just goes, "Father," and then that's it.
Father.
Review was actually.
I showed
insane.
my
That was
dad.
great.
I showed my dad the original Old Boy movie, and then I showed him your review. And like every time he saw clips of the Spike Lee one, I just saw him like shaking his head.
Oh god.
Father. Hey, father.
Yeah, there was a. Oh, you have Face Rig on.
Let's go.
Well, okay, so here was the plan, Adam. So what we were gonna do was while you were running to the bathroom, all of us were gonna remain quiet.
Oh, okay.
And then I'd just be sitting here like.
Love it.
I like how well it works.
I think there's actually a horse.
They're probably a horse.
Next
but...
hangout, nobody, no face cams, only face rig.
Only face rigs.
Only face rig.
Only
you can do it.
There's a turkey.
So my newest VR chat model is going to be Ricardo Milos.
Oh,
and his speedo, his speedo is jiggle boned too, so it's fantastic.
God damn it!
He's a turkey.
That is a scary ass turkey.
That is terrifying.
Oh,
I need to get face trick now.
Thanks killing.
Yeah, thanks killing.
What the hell is this?
I have to read the chat now.
This is
Gary.
Sweet Jesus.
What
the fuck?
Oh my
god.
Kill it. Somebody kill it.
Shoot it.
It's not good.
Give me a second. I'll be back.
Oh, what is this thing? It has stitches on its face. Oh, it's
what does that remind me of? What is that?
Why is everything on Facebook?
Little Big Planet.
I don't know.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
It's Little Big Planet with like Coraline
Look at
eyes.
Mary Shaw, Little Big Planet edition.
Who the hell's this Willem Dafoe looking ass motherfucker?
Urian's nipples.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Hey, Gabi.
God.
Your time's over.
Almost a G-Man.
It kind of looks like the
Don't worry, I can kill it. I got
Bloodborne in the PS4 Spider-Man.
Right.
Do me your best Do me your best Green Goblin impersonation right now.
Okay, wait.
All right,
do it.
Gotta strike at his heart.
The heart.
All that needs to happen is that gap. We need gaps in his teeth.
Avenge me!
Avenge me!
I'm so glad this Hangout is crashing.
Oh no.
Would I consider Climax the best Gaspar Noé movie? Probably. I think it's my favorite.
This just did.
We got a new guy.
30% of my CPU.
Hello.
Hey, my
he's got a doppelganger. All right.
It's fine.
It happens. We all have one.
Oh god.
No.
Why?
Oh, it's terrifying. It's got a
Don't worry, guys. Animal control is here.
Cat.
Those eyes are unsettling, though.
Yeah.
I don't like the eyes.
It looks like the cat.
Oh, hey, I can give it a fucking
Okay, they're fixed.
It's the cat from House.
Shadows die twice.
There we go.
Oh no!
Money for this?
Oh no! Yeah, you have to pay money for it.
Oh, no.
Overgrowth.
Oh no, it's Judy Hopps.
I was gonna say Judy Hopps' father, but okay.
Funny.
Dude, they say Leap Motion works with this shit. I have not seen how to work it yet.
What does? Sorry.
I'm gonna switch back to my webcam for this. I'm done with webcam or face.
That's fine.
I'm done with this.
Good. I don't have to call an exorcist now.
So, Face Rig is Leap Motion is this thing.
Okay.
And what it does is it like tracks your hands. It's pretty nice.
So
I heard that the Vive is getting like gloveless finger tracking now.
That's what's causing me to move over to a Vive. Probably when my taxes drop on the 27th, I'll be moving over to the Vive.
The Vive is just a better system, I think.
It's like I like the Oculus because the controllers are really lightweight.
I'm glad that's what I went for. My mom tried to talk me into getting Oculus instead to save money, but now I'm glad I didn't.
You know, I just realized how much of a workout the Vive could be too.
Any VR, really.
For sure, yeah. Any VR game, like
man,
walking around and like doing shit, like it's just so much more healthy and active.
Yeah. Like I was playing. Oh, did I not even show what the? Okay, so this is what Leap Motion is.
Yeah, you showed. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know why my webcam went black then. I thought I did.
Looks like a really hilarious bad VR game, aside from like LA Noire.
There's a weird fucking Sonic VR thing that's somebody made that's like
that's too scary.
It's a creepy fucking weird thing, and it's like borderline sexual, and he like inflates and like
the fucking
Sonic Dreams.
Like I've never played it, but it looks terrifying.
You've never played Sonic Dreams?
No.
Oh, that collection. That's right. Yeah.
I could play it, I guess.
Dude, that game is fucked. I like the front it plays.
I like that there's a game that doesn't work intentionally.
Yeah, I like troll games. I'm a big fan of shit like air control.
I remember doing something with the Sonic Dream collection. Just real quickly, I filmed 2 words saying "no exit." It would just flash on screen for a second.
It's like an art film. I love it.
I played Accounting Plus and beat that. There's certain things that you do to get to it, but there is an ending for Accounting Plus that is absolutely horrendous, terrifying, actually scary.
Yeah, I'm interested to see more Squanch games.
Yeah, I had a fun time with virtual reality. Getting to the end of that was definitely this is what I meant for.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right, fanboy. Saw would be better as a VR game. Because then you could be trapped and you'd have to
That would be pretty cool. And being able to watch the
puzzle
reverse
solving
bear
and
trap
on a time limit. It would be like
One
that
thing-
bomb games.
One thing. Oh yeah, keep talking now on explodes.
That's
I
so
feel
much
like
fun.
asking for a Saw game to be good though, which not
It could be
happening.
bad and still fun.
I want reverse bear trap to trigger while I'm in VR, so I can snap my
Yeah.
head backwards and see my eyes angle out. That'd be
I
awesome.
wanted to play Resident Evil 7 in VR, but I think that's PSVR exclusive.
It
Yeah.
is
Yeah, it
stupid.
is.
I hate that.
You
Yeah,
can get
exclusivity is just fucking bullshit.
You can get a
Metro Exodus.
Well,
Halo MCT is coming to fucking
sometimes there's a good
Steam.
reason.
Oh, I'm buying the shit out of that when it comes out.
Yeah.
The only problem
that
is
thing to have exclusives because, Bayonetta 2, for example, wouldn't exist without exclusivity.
I hope that when Halo Reach comes to the MCC that the multiplayer is the same.
Yeah.
Because I really loved Headhunter or whatever it was called. That was so much fun for me.
Oh yeah. Actually, I do
They're
remember.
gonna add rec packs to Reach before it comes out.
I remember though. Speaking of VR, when I first played it, what is it, accounting? I got to the ending, and believe me when I said I had no idea of this, but I just stuck my head through the desk and saw the handgun. So without any forethought, I just grabbed the handgun, and within a matter of second, I just put it against my head and shoot myself, and I hear my friends in the other room dying of laughter because they're just how shocking it was.
Persona 3.
I played Persona 3.
I was about to make that joke. You summoned your
Persona!
Yes.
Persona 3 had the weirdest,
Persona 5's pretty good. I've yet to beat it. Don't spoil.
There's a new version coming out, Persona 5 Royal.
That might have a female protagonist, but we don't know.
Persona Royale.
It's a battle royale taking place in the Persona 5 universe.
That would be the only way to get me to play a battle royale game.
That might actually be good, where it's you have to instead of items and stuff, you collect different Persona cards, and that's what you use for combat.
What if it was a battle royale, except it was those old JRPG combat mechanics? As soon as you approach another player, it just locks into combat.
We need a Pokemon Snap in VR.
Yes,
yes.
Pokemon Snap Battle Royale.
Pokemon Snapchat.
Everything needs Battle Royale these days.
So, hang on.
But your Switch is the camera. You have to play it in handheld mode.
Snapchat needs to hire me because I have a genius idea for their newest filter. It's just Shutterstock watermark.
I love the idea of getting DMs from Pokemon. It's so great.
I saw the weirdest Shutterstock image I've ever seen. I don't know the context, but it had the Shutterstock watermark on it, and it was of a baby crying while holding a gun.
Oh, yes. Maggie shot Mr. Burns kind of deal.
I think there's a Twitter account, if not also a subreddit, of dark stock images. Really depressing and morbid stock images.
You mean the best ones?
Yeah. Of just people looking like they're gonna kill themselves.
I saw on Asshole Design, someone bought some stickers for their daughter, It was just supposed to be of like cute animals or something, but it threw in shit like slitted wrists and like drunken fathers abusing their daughter.
Oh God.
Okay, Adam, that newest image is for you.
Oh, let me see.
I'm trying to find one of my favorite stock pictures. I need to find. Where is it?
You'll never make me hate LaCroix.
I'm not saying to hate it. I'm just saying it in my experience with LaCroix, it feels the same.
Here, I guess.
Oh, Adam, I hate to do this to you, but you did not pronounce the name of that brand right.
LaCroix?
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
So it's French. It's LaCroix.
No, it's not. It's not French. You're memeing right now. It's an American company and it's pronounced LaCroix.
If it's American, in that case, yes, it's LaCroix.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is, and my initial instinct was LaCroix, and I got corrected.
Okay, good.
And it is LaCroix.
And if it was white trash American.
I'm a Croix boy.
So my question is, we're aware of like Ciroc vodka. It's French, so would it not be Ciroc?
I don't know.
By the way, this is my favorite.
Ask your question again. Did I hear it?
You looked at it, Adam?
Yeah, I just saw that stock image.
Hey, Red, ask your question again. I can answer.
What the fuck?
That's pretty good. I'm gonna leave a tab open for that.
Close the
that's pretty awesome.
You know, if you put that in one of your edits, I'll let you know that I'm responsible for that.
That's pretty good.
If I had to die, I would want to go out like that.
Go out like a baller.
What do you mean if you had to die? We all have to die, buddy.
Businessman showing middle finger person.
So, okay, I should explain. That is not the exact one that I found, but I searched up stock photo middle finger gun. But originally what it was like a first person perspective of a guy holding a gun at someone, and the guy's just like.
So you want to see something that would kill Alex like just on contact?
Sure.
That will kill Alex on contact.
Okay.
Oh God.
A reminder
a minion video.
Oh, it's so much worse than just normal minions, though.
I can fucking
it's not one of those.
I've never seen this before. I can guarantee you somebody sent it to Alex. He's dug his own grave in that sense, because whenever he makes a video about something, people will like, "Hey, you it's like everything he hates is now just like being propelled."
We need to make an image of a deep fried meme of a minion eating a Mars bar while pointing at a plant, being like, "There are plants," and then it would just be the antithesis of Alex.
There are plants.
There are plants. I know you said you like Night in the Woods. I gotta show you this.
Nice.
Hold on.
Oh, that's cool. I actually changed my mind on the ending. I think it's actually kind of perfect.
Okay. No spoilers.
I know. I've been.
I remind people.
My shaka is soft.
I feel like we really worn down ourselves with the whole face rig thing. Like,
yeah, fuck.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh God, can we get a Mae Borowski face rig?
Oh, I want.
I mean, like,
no.
Apparently it's designed in a way where you can like create your own. So.
Yeah, they do have like a May player model, but it's got like the static facial animations.
Oh, so disappointing. Got it.
I mean,
don't take shame.
She doesn't really have like a defined mouth in the show. Just
I wonder if you could take the Scar model from Kingdom Hearts HD 2 and put that on face rig.
Speaking of Kingdom Hearts, a couple of friends of mine maybe buy this thing right here.
Oh, that's the Mickey Mouse one where it's inverted.
That's the one that Mickey popped out after bopped on the head by.
That's pretty funny.
I love that there's a crossover of Final Fantasy and Disney. It makes sense to me.
I really just don't give a shit about Kingdom Hearts at all.
Yeah, and you probably shouldn't.
Yeah, I don't.
Because it's like hundreds of hours of gameplay to go through all of them.
I was just never really big.
A monster vapor over here.
Oh, Christ.
Extremely painful.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
I was born into the darkness.
James Gunn needs to do a remake of The Dark Knight. Just have Bane vaping.
Oh, would that be great? He does a remake of The Dark Knight Rises, but he doesn't change at all the plane scene. It's just the same plane scene from the first movie, and then the rest of the movie is different. That'd be great.
Take that mask off.
We need a remake of The Dark Knight, but it's characters from Zootopia.
All right. I love that.
We need a remake of The Dark Knight Rises, but it's actually good.
Ouch. Ooh. Yeah, that one was unfortunate.
Shots fired.
I thought it sucked.
Because like it's so sad because like very clearly they weren't expecting Heath Ledger to suddenly die, so they had to rewrite everything.
Yeah, right. So one of the greatest experiences I've ever had is getting absolutely trashed and watching Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Thanks for the super chat, Mad
Reduction. Super chat. Yeah, but get trashed, watch Pee-wee's Playhouse with friends that are also trashed, and take everything at the utmost seriousness that you can, including the word of the day and Mecca Lecca Hi, Mecca Heidi Ho.
Okay.
You'll have a good time.
Okay. You know, it's a great show to just watch in general. Fucking the original Mr. Bean. I think it's awesome.
I was going to ask about that because I was looking. I don't know anything about Mr. Bean.
Oh, really?
I was looking at your IMDb, and I was
watch the original show.
His IMDb.
It's so funny.
I was looking at your IMDb and wondering about that Mr. Bean vacation movie.
Yeah, well, because it's a 2007 movie, so I just like started playing it, and then within 2 minutes, actually, I was like, fuck this, and just turned it off because it's not the same. And it's not.
Have you seen Blackadder?
Yeah, I was just about to say that Blackadder is fantastic.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it, but I've
it's incredible, very funny, and
it's Mr. Bean in medieval times for regicide.
Okay,
it's sort of like a historical
parody.
Except it's like they're four, as the British call it, series. It's like 4 seasons, and each season's a different historical period.
Another good show.
Oh my god!
Another good show.
Warrior, I appreciate it.
Is Boondocks.
Yeah.
I got the first 4 seasons on DVD. There's no Blu-ray. I was upset.
Man, I'm still trying to figure out what I should recommend for the next Sardonicast. It's my turn next.
Do you love Death and Robots? Fuck it.
Ralph has never seen an Ingmar Bergman movie.
Oh.
Ooh.
What about
movies that no one's seen?
What about Old Boy?
What about Old Boy? I'm pretty sure they've seen it. And actually, in fact, Ralph has definitely seen it, and I'm pretty sure Ralph has seen it.
The 2013 Old Boy.
Perfect.
When I've already made an hour and 40 minute long video on it, I'm not going to fucking recommend it on
Alright,
pointless.
I was curious about those too.
Thank you, Emily. I appreciate it.
Well, Igmar, that's Seventh Seal. Like, what would you suggest from him?
I'll be back with my other hand.
Well, I don't know. So like the Criterion sale happened, and I impulse bought the fucking Ingmar Bergman collection. So now I have a Blu-ray copy of all of his films, I guess. And I haven't seen Fanny and Alexander. I know that's the most recent one, and people might get mad that I'm picking the 1980s Bergman, but I kind of really want to watch it. I haven't seen Blue Ruin yet. I haven't seen what's that Criterion Coen Brothers one?
Miller's Crossing?
No.
Blood Simple.
Blood Simple. I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We already did a Coen Brothers one on the podcast, though.
I'm ready. I have a question.
I still think you should do the Creep movies because it seems like it was like Alex really liked them, and I know that you just
I hate them so much.
Yeah, I thought that would
I don't know if I want to watch them again.
The what movies?
Bad. Creep by Mark Duplass or whatever.
Never heard of it.
It's so bad. It's on Netflix if you want. There's like 3 of them, I guess. Maybe there's at least 2. And it's literally just like found footage jump scares, and that's it. And it's so annoying, and it's just so poorly made, and just for people that get scared by someone going boo, and that's it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Have you watched the movie The Raid Redemption?
Yeah, of course.
Have
they
they
on my
watched The Raid
2011 list or whatever?
Yeah, have they watched The Raid Redemption?
I don't know.
That could be an idea.
Maybe. I would probably want to pick something out that I would either want to rewatch or, I mean, like I could rewatch The Raid, but I just don't feel like it right now.
I was looking at my own library and I was like, "That's a good movie."
Yeah.
It's throwing suggestion at this point.
Why not try
throw shit at the wall, see what sticks?
Yeah.
Why not try like a Roman Polanski movie, like Rosemary's Baby or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
maybe.
great. That's an awesome movie.
How about
Or Chinatown,
baby?
I haven't seen Chinatown yet. That would be cool.
I got Rosemary's Baby on Criterion.
How about Big Trouble in Little China?
Yeah, maybe.
You can do something like Royal Tenenbaum, saying that neither of you guys have seen it.
Check this out.
How about Neil Breen?
Hey, has someone done Sonichu with this shit?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Have we talked about it? Oh, it is. Oh.
That link that just got posted.
Oh.
Oh, like
replacing Sonic the Hedgehog with Sonichu in the poster.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What if you recommended a Neil Breen film?
Man, I would love to talk about Fateful Findings at length. I think it's a masterpiece. So.
Did you say Bear was somehow funnier though?
I mean, you did a review.
Yeah, we have another one.
I can't remember.
I think Fateful Findings is my favorite Breen.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And like I don't understand how there's a Blu-ray that was on Amazon that doesn't exist anymore, but I have one. And it's in 1080p. I don't know where this Blu-ray came from because Neil Breen doesn't sell it.
Does it look like
I don't know how it exists, but it is 1080p HD.
Someone
You said you have it?
I have it, yeah.
Yeah, can we show?
Yeah.
Neil Breen.
It's not where it should be. I think I put the disc, the Blu-ray. Hold on one second. I'll find it.
It never existed. Adam is just
Adam's just tripping on acid the whole
I've done
time.
it before.
Neil Breen doesn't actually exist. It's just in your head.
Yeah.
We go back to YouTube. It's just a black screen for the video.
Adam goes to the bathroom, comes back. He has a mustache. or is it goatee? Is a goatee?
A fake mustache at that.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Hey, what if I just don't read myself with a keyblade to shove this right over my persona?
Train Man.
And your fingers straight.
A lot of background noise.
I would recommend Push to Talk.
Tyler, push to talk. You're outside. Oh, he's outside.
Oh, he left. Damn.
Oh.
You want him to leave?
Ah!
Shit, I just threw the guns away.
You're not leave me.
Okay, it's perfect now. I just need to get the right.
Oh my god.
I got it.
If you could get something like that, but with Gollum from Lord of the Rings, you would give everyone a heart attack.
Oh my god.
The closest thing I can get to Gollum is literally this guy.
No, it's a Dagrin. Oh shit.
That's the closest thing I can get to Gollum.
The best one.
Yeah.
Who is this?
Hello again. Yeah, it's right here.
Hi.
Holy shit, it's real.
It is real. It's an actual Blu-ray.
It must be like
a
not
Panorama
unofficial.
Entertainment release. Panoramaentertainment.com.
So does it actually look like it's in 1080p?
It is. It's 100% sure that it is.
I'm gonna shoot this damn car full of holes.
Yeah, like there's no other ones of his films that exist in HD, and now like
Oh
that
my
Amazon,
god! It's a Chinese site. There's just nothing but Chinese characters and just weird shit. Like Nethan Dorma, Chibi Maruko.
Yeah.
What the?
Hey, okay, thank you, Tyler. I was just about to ask for you to mute and then push the
catalog.
We heard a lot of.
I'm sure you guys have seen Troll 2, though, right? Like,
no, I've never seen any of the Troll movies.
What?
Oh my
god!
Troll 2 is great.
I haven't seen it in its entirety, but I know it happens.
Yeah, Troll 2 is awesome.
There's like 50 trillion reviews of it.
Yeah, it is one of those.
They have over 1,000 English movies released.
Yeah, well. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is up with that Blu-ray, but I have one, and I'm glad I do. I want a Blu-ray collection of all of Neil Breen's films. I want every single one of them in HD.
Yeah, I'm on their site. I just looked up Neil Breen or Fateful Findings. It's not there.
Yeah, what the fuck? This weird Blu-ray, and you can tell it's HD because I.
How many dots are?
I think in the most recent Oscars video, I ripped from the Blu-ray to include that. How could you have done this? How could you have committed suicide? And you can look on the YouTube video. It is 1080p, 100%. So that clip that I included, like I have an HD copy of Fateful Findings somehow.
This is weird.
I don't know where it came from.
What the fuck?
It was just on Amazon, and I don't know who was selling it or where it came from, but it exists, and I have it on Blu-ray.
It's not Chinese. It's from Hong Kong.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing that like Neil Breen threatened to sue or something.
Where did they get the footage from if it's not from him? And it's not. It doesn't exist. He's never sold the Blu-ray. I don't know where the fuck this came from.
I feel like wherever it came from, though, it's certainly not from him.
How did they get the HD footage?
Someone stole it from his laptop.
Maybe they
hacked his laptop.
Maybe there was only one copy and I got it.
Maybe they hacked his laptop with 8 different laptops, which they broke out.
Yeah, he mixed it up with
DirecTV satellites. Yeah.
Neil Breen was the government the whole time. That was the twist.
Yeah.
I'm gonna release a bioterror attack on the strip, and if they try to stop me, I'll release a bioterror attack.
Oh
on
man!
America.
they need to remake the Avengers, but Neil Breen as Thanos.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
That would be so good.
I'm sorry, little one.
Infinity Stones. I will stop all the banks.
You should have aimed for the head.
Yeah.
You should have aimed for the head.
I don't think the second Avengers. I don't think Endgame is going to be good.
Really?
Dude,
well, their entire objective in the second one is like to put Captain Marvel in it. So
yeah,
like that's the whole point. Is like she's taken over. She's the new Iron Man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and so that's not going to be
Superman.
good.
Yeah, that is powerful.
I don't know if you can see my stupid turkey face, but
you just think it's gonna be bad because you're a sexist. Adam.
Yeah. How dare you, Adam? You're not progressive at all.
You didn't like Black Panther either, you fucking white supremacist.
I always knew you were a racist.
Yeah, you're
man. You would shoot your dad if he was tattooed black.
You know, I think it's who needs to mute themselves? Who has
Tyler?
Is it Tyler? Okay, sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, I apologize.
No problem.
Venom.
I think it's a lot easier for me to get away with criticizing things like Captain Marvel and Black Panther because like the biggest criticism of my channel for the longest time is that I only like foreign movies and like indie titles and shit. So I think it would be pretty ridiculous for someone to say like that I'm a white supremacist when I'm literally trying to promote all of these different cultures in my reviews that everybody else ignores.
I mean, you know what I want? I want a Marvel movie where it gets like the same hype as Black Panther or Captain Marvel, where you're not allowed to insult it, but it's about a gay superhero.
But they won't do that because China.
I know, exactly.
Did you know? I found out this the other day that apparently in Doctor Strange, there was they changed one of the like holy places, like a pivotal kind of location, in the comics it was Tibet, but then they changed it to somewhere else, like Singapore or something.
You can't have that in China.
And so they changed it from Tibet so they could sell it in China because you're not allowed to glorify Tibet. Like, isn't that fucked? Yes, Disney's crazy. Disney's so fucked up. Like, they only care about money, and they're so soulless, and that's what pisses me off about Disney being progressive, is because it's not. They're such a fake, pandering, bullshitty company. It's not real.
Man, I can't wait for lesbian Elsa.
But they
I can't wait for pregnant Spider-Man.
Okay, can we talk about that? But they know how to sell their shit. Like, it's incredible the amount of if you go on your Facebook and you have like about 100 friends, you're bound to see like someone just like hyping up the next Disney reveal, whatever it is, like Marvel animation movie, any of it, because they know how to sell their fucking shit. They're incredible at it.
They're a money machine.
Yeah, and I'm glad to say that after this year, I can finally abandon Disney. I want to finish this fucking Marvel movies. And then I'm done. The new trailer for Spider-Man looked okay. I'm done. I'm gonna move on.
Here's
the last Star Wars movie. I'm gonna laugh at it, and I'm gonna be done.
Here's the real question, though: will Fox movies basically turn into Disney movies now?
It will.
Yes.
I'm hoping that's not the. I'm hoping that they're like, okay, we own these properties. We just wanted Deadpool and X-Men or whatever, but we're gonna let the company run the same basic way that it was before because they were successful anyway. Like, Fox is successful, for sure. Like, they might just fucking kill Fox Searchlight, because Disney is only interested in gigantic blockbusters. So they might kill Searchlight or something.
Oh, man.
I think they'll keep it just
Who
because
knows?
it will add to that. Like, because Fox Searchlight obviously is very successful.
Maybe they'll give Wes Anderson films a wider release finally or something. Maybe it'll be better. Who knows? I'm just like, I don't trust Disney. So
I think what Xavier is it Xavier or Xavier, or how's it pronounced?
Sorry, for what? What are you?
I'm just saying that I think what Xavier's going off on and saying how like the end game's going to happen and then we're going to be done. I think that's exactly what they want. Like they understand that that's what's going to happen. It's the only logical conclusion that something called end game or what's.
Well, they're going to keep going.
That's
of course.
That's not what I said. I said I think I'm personally done with them because. Although, like, some of these have been enjoyable, most of the time I watch Marvel movies, I'm just like, it's fine, whatever. And they're kind of killing, to my eyes, and it's all speculative. It's not, and it's conspiracy theory, whatever, but I think they're kind of killing a bit of the blockbuster industry. Sure, there's movie outside that can do a lot of money, like Jurassic World, and that's because of the brand recognition. I guess I have a big problem with brand recognition at this point.
I'm saying that like I don't think they're going to continue on the path of like big franchises anymore, and they're just going to stick to those one-offs like the Spider-Man film. Because
okay. I mean, I'll take into consideration what you're saying, but I don't think that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah, I don't
bring
really
us
think
for
it's
like an entire new lineup of superheroes. And I think eventually, I'm not saying now, I think eventually like all of this attention might crash, but Disney is smart enough in terms of money and prediction, I would say, where they're putting their money, that I think they will see like a superhero crash coming before it hits them, I think. But we'll see.
I don't doubt that they'll try again, like when another generation passes, but I think they're going to stick to one-offs as like a selling point.
We'll see. It's not impossible. They might want to figure out, I mean, they might want to figure out, they probably have all this shit planned out anyway, but yeah. What I'm worried about is that they want to do like, and I'm not worried. I'm more like laughing out loud at the idea. They want to do like Knights of the Old Republic with like the producer from the latest seasons of Game of Thrones, which to me is like, oh fucking hell, these hacks. And it just never ends. We can never have. Remember when Disney was at least trying to be creative?
They pioneered animation in many ways.
They were just like Grimsdales, but at least they were trying a bit something. They feel so lazy now, or is it me? Or is it us that became jaded with like just?
No, but I think it changes. Like we as a society changes because like.
Sorry, I got very passionate and angry. I'm gonna calm down a bit.
No, it's fine. It's just like if you think about what happened, what used to like right now. I mean, with the exception of this year, Oscar movies usually don't make as much money, but it used to be like in 1988, Rain Man, which won Best Picture, was the highest grossing film of that year. The previous year, Fatal Attraction. Like, it used to be all the, like, really big money makers were the Best Picture and Oscar winners, but I think it's because Hollywood doesn't actually put money into great films anymore. They put into safer, more average audience-pleasing films.
It's your
You could
definition
say
of
great films, or you could say risk-taking films.
Yeah, well, yeah, something like that.
And
I mean,
within risk-taking films, there are great films.
Well,
yeah, I mean, it's interesting, like looking back at films that, like, let's say 10 years ago, or even 20 years ago, and you see like these ridiculous films with like very high budgets. I think there was like a lot of comedies have like $60 million budgets, like 200.
We'll never
years
see
ago.
another Matrix.
Exactly.
Unless it's directed by Christopher Nolan, right?
Yeah,
like, they won't give money to like just random directors and be like, "Oh yeah, this is a cool concept." Like they won't do that.
Because the Matrix was like, because the Matrix, it was two brothers, well now sisters, and they just made one film before, and then they just give them $65 million to make an original movie, and you know you wouldn't do that now.
Yeah,
I mean, it'd be like maybe 10 or 20, but it would not be that much.
And it's incredible how like important the first Matrix movie was. I think it's one of the most culturally important movie that came out in the past.
It really was. It really was. A lot of people think it's like super overrated, but it like it definitely has a place in film history.
Yeah, I'm not even a big fan of the Matrix. I just think it's more important than anything. But I think
I love the first Matrix movie, and I don't even hate the sequels. I mean, they're cheesy as shit, but like I don't even hate them.
I think
that would be a really good Sedona recommendation.
I'm planning on it, but I don't want to do it right away because like the Spider-Man trilogy was so recent. But I am planning on a Matrix trilogy plus Animatrix Sardonicast thing.
And Godfather.
He found it. He found the May model.
I did. And it doesn't.
Nice. Oh, what the?
Oh no, I'm getting one that's got the live 2D module. So come on, anime girl.
It is live 2D. I could become like 100% raccoon right now if you'd like.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, here we go.
Perfection.
Oh, sorry, wet.
Disgusting. Away from this season.
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
From Doki Doki Literature Club.
Out of all seriousness, though, is this show any good?
Nope. It's the thing about this show that I find impressive is that the writer of this or how they structure the episode is that it always kind of ends on some sort of like cliffhanger that you're like, oh shit, what's gonna happen next? But it's fucking stupid every time. I cannot believe it.
Is this The Walking Dead?
No. Oh, yes, it's The Walking Dead.
Yeah, most recent anime I fully watched through was The Irregular at Magic High School, and it's got
terrible.
The magic system's interesting, but definitely it's just trope filled and just weird at times. Like it's so fucky. Like the sister's always coming onto him and shit. I'm like, this is so off-putting.
Oh yeah.
Recently, I saw.
Yeah,
I saw Ping Pong recently. Have you guys seen Ping Pong?
Yes,
No.
I did.
I'm just saying. Like, I recently saw that. That was like the animation blew me away, and just stylistically, it had a voice and a presence to it. So,
Speaking of that director, Adam, you watched Devilman Crybaby recently.
Yep.
Oh, I love that. Yeah,
so is it? Hang on, don't spoil it. I haven't watched it. Is it good?
It's fun. I mean, it's like it's formulated, especially the first half.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's not bad. It's,
I really
it's got a cool animation style, and it's
even the animation kind of like cuts corners too. But like I think it still pays off. Like
I still love the Goku dolls, where it's about a bunch of yakuza that fuck up and get sex changes and become idols.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. It's a comedy, like it's dark comedy.
It's goofy as fuck. It's hilarious. But hang on, this is definitely one of those moments where I was in the store and I saw it. I'm like, I need it.
Spirited Away. It's a good movie.
Nice.
Too good.
Even if you don't like Miyazaki, you still have to admit he is very he's important to the popularization of it.
Did you hear what I heard
I
an
saw
interview
Mononoke recently.
No, I heard an interview with Hayao Miyazaki. Like, I think it's a written interview, but I saw it yesterday, and he was very. It was interesting what he had to say. I think it was like he was very anti, like American films, like even like films that I like the Indiana Jones films. Like he went.
Yeah.
Like it was weird because he was talking about like how Japanese audiences were cheering like a white savior killing and shooting villains, and he said like they were shooting them, which is weird because in Indiana Jones he's beating up Nazis. So I don't know, like
depends on which movie. Yeah,
but like I don't know, some of the stuff
Miyazaki's like you're beating my friends, Andy.
Actually, I have a bit of a tangent on that then, because he in the first one, or isn't it like Middle Eastern? He's in the Middle East, but I'm just saying.
No, no, well he's in Egypt for a bit.
Cairo,
and then the
yeah.
second one, which is technically a prequel, is in India. And
Oh yeah, that's weird to think about. How,
I mean, many people call the second one, you know, racist, sort of.
Yeah.
And
About Indian
is he
culture.
really a white savior? He's
No.
just about like getting artifacts. Shit.
I mean, in the second one, he saves the Indian village.
Children. Yeah.
I
When
mean,
you look at it, when you look at it though, Indy at his core is just kind of a selfish asshole. Like he's just there to get treasure and fucking populate his resume. Like,
I think a lot of films in American history are, you know, kind of centered around, you know, like I'm gonna save the day by, you know, going to war with these foreign people.
Can you believe that they got combos and MREs?
Well, so the thing is, I recently did rewatch Indiana Jones, and I noticed how selfish he is. That's something we what?
It's still a face rig.
We still can't take you seriously, Jordan.
I completely forgot I was on face rig.
You're in the green screen and shit too. Like, you're actually just a fox.
What I thought was interesting about Temple of Doom is that, like, this is one of the early arguments that, because personally I'm Indian and I don't really have a problem with most of what's in Temple of Doom, but at the end of the day, the people that save like Indy, because this was in the 30s, the film takes place, and the people that save him are like the British officers that saved them from the Thuggee cult. Like, so you can sort of take away from it, like the British who were at the time colonizers were fighting off the people who wanted to technically like push them out. So I don't know. You can take from
America
that.
getting a bad rep for the UK and France fucking the Middle East up. We're just the latest in the long line of fucking the Middle East up.
You know what I would like to see? I was thinking about this the other day. There's so many movies of like American characters. I was actually thinking about this while I was watching the Bourne movies. There's so many movies of like American characters in Europe. You know, I would like to see European characters, like maybe some French people that don't speak any English, and the movie is about their experience in America.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be really cool.
Wasn't there a movie like that? Like I think there was a movie called Green Card with Gerard Depardieu in like 1990. That's like that. And then I remember like it because it was what made him a big star in America was that
Gerard Depardieu.
So there's a movie doing the rounds pretty recently, and have you heard of Restrepo?
I've heard of it.
So it was at first it started out as something similar to Restrepo with the Where Are They Now kind of interviews and stuff. And eventually the dude was like, okay, fuck that. And they cut it all out. They cut it all out. It's called Combat Obscura, and it's about he was an actual like videographer that was a Marine. Like that was his job in the Marines, and he was with them in the Korengal Valley, and he recorded everything. And he had all this leftover footage.
Is this the Frederick?
Is that Frederick Fox? I'm like your biggest fan, dude. I'm sorry.
Or is it just a username? I can't tell if it's him.
No, hey, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Oh wow!
I'm done.
I tried to send you a thing on Patreon earlier. I wasn't sure if it was going to be all full up. How's it going?
Oh wow! Hello, nice to see you.
I don't know who you are, but you sound cool.
He made he was a big meme on E-Bomb's World way back in the day, and he animates the whole Fox in Space stuff.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Cool.
That's pretty dope. You are a dank dude.
Been,
welcome.
Wiring up network cable Cat 6 through the walls and ceilings today. I need a break.
Yeah, I feel it.
I wasn't aware that you were aware of me.
Well, we're on each other's Patreon. At least last I checked.
You give me $10 and I'll
welcome.
Give you
Adam Frederick collab win.
Yeah. If you need a cameo appearance.
It's just a cameo. That's all you get.
Yeah, Adam, I saw you comment on a Fox in Space like I think 2 years ago, and I was like, "Oh, this would be so great! Like this collaboration."
Yeah.
But anyway, like I'll say it one more time, Jasper. Like I love your stuff, man. Like I'm genuinely
thanks,
like
man. I
love your stuff.
appreciate it. I just
Yeah.
wanted to drop by and say, hey,
hello.
Long time viewer, first
really?
time caller.
Thank you.
I agree with like 99.99% of your opinions on all the movies that we've seen, and I dig it. You make good sense.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I'm glad I haven't been disappointed by a recommendation yet.
We're glad to have you in this. Is it safe to say this is kind of a sham because I brought in face rate?
It's all right.
Okay.
Yeah, you got really great animation and voice acting. It's awesome.
Yeah. By the way, I found out there's voice modulation. Oh, sorry.
Like I gotta head back to work and stuff. I'll hop in on one of these when I have more time.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll hit you up on Patreon or something. Check it out.
We look forward to seeing you.
Take it easy.
It was awesome seeing you, man.
That was cool.
That was pretty dope.
Yeah, it was.
I can't believe that happened. Oh my god.
So I found out there's a voice distorter on this. Is it working?
Not really.
No, but do you really have to?
Morphvox, I would have to say, is the like higher end of voice modulation.
The Premiere voice mod.
I just bought frickin' voice mod just so I could. Well, not recently. In case you guys were wondering, because Adam was concerned about my current state because I'm still paying for Patreon. But let's see, what else do I have on here? I really want to get Leap Motion working with this so I can like give a little panda finger. So, oh, hey, props.
I see like red pandas, and I always think back to a Gretzko.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
shit.
He's got it. He's got them all.
Uh-oh.
No, I don't, but I have to wonder if it's on the workshop.
Okay. Adam, again, quick question about a movie. I don't know if you've seen it or not. Have you seen the 2013 Rush movie?
Well,
what?
The Rush movie, with
it's the Ron Howard film with
Ron Howard.
Yeah,
so.
it's
Ron
really
Howard,
great racing film.
One movie with
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
Oh.
Daniel Brühl.
Yeah, no, I think I did watch it, and perhaps what influenced my opinion on it, I gave it a 6.
Okay.
I don't remember anything about it, but I think what influenced my opinion is that I already saw the documentary, which was much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. The documentary was pretty great.
It's a fascinating story in its own right, Lauda and James Hunt.
Yeah, I was like, I think I was watching and I was like, man, this story was just told so much better from like the documentary perspective than.
I recently read a news article where Tom Morello, lead guitar for fucking Rage Against the Machine. Yeah, he was doing he's the DM for like his local, like his neighborhood's like D&D sessions that the kids are doing and shit. And I think
really?
Yeah.
Dude, Tom Morello's a freaking cool
Oh
dude.
God.
What?
Your face froze. It's
Oh no.
If you make that face, if you hold it, it's stick that way.
Scary.
It's got the green screen.
He nutted. So. That's what happened.
Oh.
Okay. So
have you seen a? Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah, I have to head out soon. So
Okay, no problem.
I'm gonna be heading out.
Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it.
Next month, then.
Yes, thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Have we seen the memes? Have we seen the memes where it's like everybody who was giving head when Thanos snapped, and they're just like coughing out the cinnamon challenge and shit?
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of when you have like that kind of science fiction-y fantasy universe. There's a lot of things that, if you think about them,
yeah,
you know.
Imagine all the weird things that would happen because of the snap.
Oh
It's
shit!
so broken.
It's my
Oh God!
It's so broken. Oh my gosh!
Is scarier than what you did last.
Oh no! This is
it's haunted broken.
Flamethrower.
Oh my god, this stuff is from my night.
Matt wants the flamethrower.
The hand, it's like all like squishing his shit.
Power of Christ compels you.
Get out of this house!
Oh god!
Oh, it's the Indie Raptor. It's the
Clever girl.
Oh, so clever.
Is this just gonna be face rig the stream now?
Yeah,
Nice.
probably.
I'm
The
working on getting mine right
Indoraptor.
now.
Yeah, maybe Adam will turn this into the April Fool's video. I don't know.
Nope.
Okay, good. I'm pretty sure you have it done.
Yeah, I already finished mine.
Oh shit.
Okay, well, this will be a part of your worst of 2019. So,
I'm my DM is getting together a game of Warhammer Fantasy to celebrate Great Horned Rat Day on April 1st.
Good geisha, whatever.
It's like none of it. Like we're all Skaven characters and shit, just doing crazy shit as Ratmen.
Oh, you're Octodad. That's great.
So
I remember Octodad.
I haven't played that. I know what it is though.
It's like one of those intentionally infuriating games, right?
No, it's not too hard. It's enjoyable though. It's fun.
Do you guys know that he only has like, I think like 6 tentacles because he's missing his legs.
Okay.
No.
He only has like 6 of his tentacles because that's how octopuses reproduce.
Octopi.
Octopeople.
Hey, look,
Both
ever since
are
I've been
correct,
unemployed, my
actually. I looked
rhetoric.
into it.
That's racist.
Octopuses and octopi are both right.
Don't forget Octopussy.
Yeah.
Best James Bond movie.
Oh no, I could be
What a
in.
dumb title.
Whose idea?
It's a great.
Oh
it's-
god.
There are a lot of dumb titles to James Bond movies. Like
But it's not just the
80%.
fucking title. Pussy galore?
That's awesome.
Like, that should
Yeah.
be-
Gave you on
James
Yeah.
Bond,
That
007.
brought a lot
War
to
Destroyer.
parody in Austin Powers.
I
A lot of
still-
vagina.
a lot of
Yeah.
I wanna
Have you
hop a
ever
lot.
seen,
I didn't want to hop a lot. Yeah.
Austin Powers, Adam? Have you ever
I-
seen the French version of Austin Powers called OSS 117? OSS
No.
117? No? Okay.
No.
Nope.
It's with Jean Dujardin in it, and it's a parody of James Bond movies, but it's
Oh.
French people.
Okay, I'm officially done with face rig.
Forever.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna pee one more time because this coffee is destroying me. So
I knew it.
PRP.
late to get a refund on face rig.
I was installing audio drivers and then it just like automatically swapped my audio up and shit. I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
Get off the face rig. Oh, it's just Jordan. Fuck.
I really can't get over that Frederick Fox.
You know what?
Joined.
Just
That-
because I'm doing it just because he said he's leaving to pee. So
I wish I knew who that was.
He is like. It's funny because we live in the same state, or technically, I'm in Florida right now. But but this guy he has an amazing story, kind of like Adam himself. Like they both have just very endearing stories. And
I feel bad because I don't know who he is.
Someone needs to make a 3D model of Adam and put it in for face rig.
Has the option to be a horse. Yeah.
Terrify him.
You gotta
Just
pinch your
kidding.
nose the whole time.
No. Okay, I'm seriously done with face rig.
Oh my god.
You are furry trash.
I know.
Dead May
I
May.
know.
Somebody had to say it.
I have to repair some shit just to install this.
I was in such denial about it because I have 3 stories. Well, 2 stories I'm writing where they both feature furries.
Shit happens.
I'm about to finish my Star Fox script, guys. Or Jordan, we're talking about that, but anyway.
What?
I'm
What
about to
was
finish the Star Fox script. I'm actually literally today. I'm about to finish it.
Oh yeah, we were talking about it that one time.
Yeah, I don't want to override the stream though. But yeah.
No worries, dude. That'd be fun.
I'm gonna ask the whole panel here. I'm curious about what you guys think is the video game you've played the most hours, unless you know because Steam tells you exactly.
I need to go.
See
you guys
Adam,
later.
what is the game
So-
you played the most?
I have over
Here,
300 hours on Warframe.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what mine is.
I'm probably gonna end this hangout in the next 10 minutes anyway.
All right.
FYI. I got stuff that I gotta get to.
I think the
I'll be,
most hours I have in any video game right now is Elite Dangerous because I have 2,504 hours in it.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
So I think there's a website. I think it's called Twitch Tracker or something, that I found, and I looked at the statistics for my own channel, And the most hours I streamed on a game was Red Dead 2. I'm like, that's not surprising. It's too long. It's way too long.
But do you think you've played that like of all time the most? Like your entire life?
My entire life, probably Halo 1, I guess. But
mine would probably be Battlefront 2.
Boy.
Thank you, Skello.
I played the original Battlefront 2. Oh my goodness! Has anyone seen what Battlefront 3 was gonna be?
Oh yeah, dude, I remember.
That angers me. It seriously angers me because I know we'll never get such a great thing. And if it were out today, I'd be playing it to this day.
God damn it. Bad.
Thank goodness they're making Battlefront 3 Legacy. It's a Battlefront 2 mod. But
I know I played a lot of Burnout Paradise when it came out, so I don't know if it's still the one I've played most. I know recently it's War Thunder, but maybe Smite in the end of the day, just because I've played that game since 2013. So, but here and now, though, I don't know. Played a lot.
You know what?
Too.
Oh, I have like 953 hours in Fallout New Vegas. That was like my first.
Thank you, Ethan.
Game. That's a lie. Clearly, I have more hours clocked in for Fallout 3.
Yeah, the number one game listed on my Twitch is not actually Red Dead 2. It's like creative because of my editing streams.
Oh, that would make sense. But in all technicality, it's Red Dead.
Well, if we go more into collections and stuff, Adam, clearly you've played most of David Cage's masterpiece.
Yeah, if we're counting them all as one game.
Yeah,
yeah, sure.
I mean, the David Cage experience is one game if you really think about it.
Guys. Okay, I have 3,933 hours of Gary's mod.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
I'm a Smash Bros. Melee all the way.
Has anybody ever made like a really good movie in Source Filmmaker?
You know, I want to know if somebody would make like a full-length film.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
There's some that do good shit in Source Filmmaker. I can't remember any off the top of my head, but there's a few that are very, very talented in Source Filmmaker. Gorgeous Freeman actually did some pretty good shit, and it's goofy as fuck.
I mean, there's a lot of good comedy stuff. I'm just wondering about serious stuff.
Nothing serious. Serious stuff, there's like one person in the SCP community that did like a decently long one. I don't know if it was Source Filmmaker or a custom animation thing they were doing.
There must be a movie. Source film.
SCP is pretty good. Well, I mean, there's some trash stuff on SCP, of course, with the numbers of articles they have, but I actually like the idea of SCP.
Move over to RPC or because that's where a lot of the older folks for SCP moved over to write in, and it's no longer bogged down by the dumb social justice political shit that's infected the current SCP fan base.
To be fair, I haven't read like past the. I think it's.
Wait, political correctness has made its way.
It did. Jim did a video on it. If you watch Medicare at all.
Let's see, SCP.
Oh, by the way, Adam,
I'm not aware.
Adam, what's your shirt? What does it say on it?
Can you translate this for me?
Okay, so je m'appelle is I am called.
Yeah, my name is Pipodo.
Okay. J'aime bien chanter quand il fait beau. I like to sing when it's beautiful outside.
Yeah.
Basically. If I were to like rough translation, that'd be it.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
There's a web series called Pipudo, and it's very, very profane and disturbing.
Okay, all right.
And bizarre.
Yeah.
And every episode is almost like a sex ed lesson.
I'll correct my translation. Quand il fait beau, it usually just means when it's sunny outside. Because like for us, il fait beau just means it's good. Like if you translate boat straight up, it just says good. But like if you really move it up, it's like it's sunny, it's beautiful outside. That would be the correct translation.
Yeah.
Man, I can't get FaceRig to fucking register my webcam at all.
You got to. Yeah. What if the next Google Hangout we all just come onto the Hangout with like freaking face?
I want to be Mayor McCheese, damn it.
What if like I don't have FaceRig, but instead I just bring a mask and I just wear the mask?
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, hey, there
Get
we go.
a fucking fursuit, bruh.
Yeah, dude, that's like
a
$2,000 version of face rig right there.
Actually, I have a question. Well, I mean, kind of for everybody, but like Adam, how's the album coming along? Or like,
Coming along
how are
great.
people...
We just hit the mixing process. I have like an update video that I recorded that I haven't released yet.
Oh, sure.
We just hit the mixing process. Long and tedious. Not ready yet. I'm sorry. But I'll update more as I get more information. Yeah. I wish it was out. I wish it was done. It's very long and expensive and tedious.
When's your next YMS, if you have anything out?
I don't know. Right now I'm working on my 2007 list.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. I mean, thank goodness you're not turning into like it's becoming John Chan's release schedule.
Hey, he came back recently, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean that's why I try to put out other shit in between, like the quickies and the like Adam and Pal stuff. You know, there's too many fucking things I'm trying to do at once.
We need an Adam and Pals in length for the Neil Breen films.
Maybe.
Like a viewing party. That would be fun. Yeah, that'd be awesome if like you guys got the budget to kind of like meet up and do that.
What do you mean?
Well, just like you all had money to like get plane tickets.
Oh, are you talking about like me and Alex and Ralph or what?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, like the Adam and Pal stuff is usually just with people that I'm friends with locally, so those are all recorded in my room.
Oh, not Adam and Pal. Sorry, the Sardonicast.
Yeah. I would like to do a meetup someday. I'm trying to plan something. Ralph's a little busy as it is.
Yeah. I thought he was done with the Ralph the Movie Maker stuff.
Nope. He's a liar.
So he was probably
fucking liar.
Yeah. I knew he was gonna like do like the Nut Shack and
Redacted. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, that's probably gonna be his last one, and then freaking Gotti, whatever it's called, comes out last night.
Yeah. At the end of the Justice League video, he said that he was like that he was coming back, and then okay, of course I'm a Patreon of him, so I knew like what he said in the video. He's like, yeah, no, it's not a joke. I'm back for real. Like it's not it's not just a joke at the end of my video.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think I'm gonna end this hangout pretty soon. Any final questions, comments from everybody?
Not at all.
I mean, you were talking about like how you were trying to figure out a film to recommend in your next Sardonicast. I mean, one I think you guys could. I think all three of you would probably like and would take up a whole Sardonicast to discuss is it's Clint Eastwood's 1992 film Unforgiven. I mean, I don't know if you've seen it, but
I have the Blu-ray, but I haven't seen it yet.
It's a brilliant film about probably the entire Western genre itself.
The West, yeah.
And like it's a great like criticism of like the two different types of the Westerns, like the old classic style with John Wayne, and then the revisionists of the 70s and the 80s. And yeah, it's a really smart film. It's very anti-violent. I think it's probably his best film he ever did. I mean, you don't have to, but it's just like there if you need it.
I'll think about it.
All right, serious question.
Yes.
First furry crush.
I think everybody already knows the answer to this.
Lola Bunny?
I don't.
Dude, Scar from The Lion King. He's my husbando.
Yeah. I'm sure you brought him up.
100%. 100%. There is no other. I am helplessly in love with a fucking cartoon lion, and I hate myself.
No hate here. What's I want to know what are the qualities? What? Definitely no hate here.
What, his like physicality, the design overall. Like I love his like face. I love his eyes. Like I love his voice.
Oh,
his voice, 100%.
No, it's gonna be so ruined.
The way he talks, the way he moves, everything about him.
Who's playing now in the new movie again?
Sorry?
Who's playing him in the new movie now?
Chihithwal
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
The wrong person.
The star of 12 Years a Slave.
Okay,
A good actor.
That's who I thought it was. I could not be sure of one.
Yeah,
Right.
great actor.
Great actor, but
not Jeremy Irons though. I almost said Jeremy Johns.
Jimmy Johns.
Jeremy Johns as Scar. No, thank you.
Click right here to see more, and then he punches the audience. Whoa.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. Any other final questions, comments?
VR chat.
What, like, when do you plan on going to any film festivals late in the year, around August or September again?
Yeah, TIFF. Every year I do TIFF, Vancouver Film Fest for sure. I would like to try Sundance. I just need to remember to prepare for it and plan for it. I always wind up thinking about it when it's too late. Yeah, those might hit up Fantasia, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to send in my Cannes application as soon as this call is over.
Does the fact that you've been to Cannes before help your chances of going again?
I think so. That's the idea.
And then they'll watch your YouTube content or your Hangout, and they'll say, "Oh no,
no!"
They'll boo. That's
Yeah.
what they always do.
Gardons cet homme en dehors de notre festival."
Yeah. All right. Anybody else that wanted to ask something that maybe didn't get a chance?
Yeah, you
You have your appointment for the next Hangouts to watch Love, Death, Robot and then argue with us.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, sweet. Sounds good. Yeah.
While I continue to mess around with Base Rig as a turkey.
Hey.
So,
Hopefully, I'll have mine working.
yeah, hopefully so.
Well, thank you all so much for hanging out on this Hangout. Thank you all for your Patreon supporting.
Okay.
And
in New York, we're all gonna die.
Yeah, that was fun. I'll post the date for the next Hangout chat just on the Patreon page. Just refresh the main page. You'll see it under the perk, under the $10 perk. And thank you so much. Peace out for now.
Love you, Adam.
See you guys later.
I'm not a crook.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you.